Welcome, everyone, to the 7th annual Constant Calibrating End of the Year Awards show semi-spectacular. I am your host, Josh Silverman, joined by my co-hosts, Jordan Woodruff, and special guests, Tony Pisano and Rob Zoller of Bites and Brews.
Hey.
Ew.
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute.
What?
Why do they get Bites and Brews next to their name, but I can't get cut right?
Because you work for me. You are technically speak. Well, you know what? Actually, you're right, Jordan. You have not done a lot of work lately. So Jordan Woodruff, the cut right.
That's some great incentive there. You really know how to inspire your employees.
I just got wrecked live.
I love it. I couldn't resist. Ryan couldn't make it tonight. We talked about Ryan being on the show. Ryan took a nasty tumble, and somebody changed my doc and said he died. But Ryan took.
Remember, I don't do any work.
Ryan took a nasty tumble and screwed up his wrist, so he's going to be resting a little bit tonight. Sadly, he's not here. But really sadly, he's not here because I think he was the only one who could help me herd this show together. But hey, here we are. Before we get into things, this episode of the Constant Calibrating Podcast is sponsored by WebAround Gaming. I'll have more info on that later into the show. So yeah, let's just get into it. So, explanation of what the awards show is: we have a bunch of awards. So the awards are Film of the Year, Game Industry Blunder of the Year, Gaming Experience of the Year, Biggest Disappointment of the Year, Most Anticipated Game for next year, and Game of the Year. So mostly it's just going to be us going through, taking turns, talking, discussing, pointing out why everyone's wrong, and we'll see where this shit show goes.
No, I don't know. I've been looking at the Google Doc. It kind of seems like a lot of us are on the same page, which is a problem. I actually changed a few of my answers just so we can have a conversation.
I did the exact same thing.
I'll argue with you guys just because I can.
Right, he's devil's advocate.
I'm going to argue as well, and I just remembered a couple things I need to do with the show. So, okay. Let's get into it. Let's start with Film of the Year. So let's figure out. So let's start off with, I'm going to go with, Tony and Rob, you had the same response. So what is your Film of the Year?
I think I really don't understand how there's going to be debate on this, but it's Avengers Infinity War, obviously.
Yeah, I think this is the only thing that me and Robert agree on. Not just in the award show, but just in life.
In general? In life?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, but we do agree on this. This is the Game of the Year. I'm sure we have different reasons why, but I'm sorry. Film of the Year. But yeah, we absolutely 100% agree. There was no other film this year that I think even came close to contending with Avengers.
A culmination of 10 years in the making.
Right. Should I get into it, or are we giving everyone's responses, or can I start?
Get into it. We'll go piece by piece here.
Okay. So specifically why I chose Avengers was because for me, filmmaking is the thing I appreciate the most about filmmaking is balance. And
this film was all about balance.
It was all about balance. Yeah. And not just because of its narrative plot was essentially balance focused, but the fact that you had that many high name actors, that many beloved characters all in the same film, and you were able to balance it so perfectly that nobody seemed like they got shit on. Like nobody got like hawkeyed from like the first Avengers. Mm-hmm. Like everybody had equal screen time. Everybody had just enough character development and just enough like kind of action scenes and stuff that everybody got their spot in the limelight. Yeah. And it was perfect. And you can only do this with a movie that, like you said, is 10 years in the making. And just to be this ambitious that they had this essentially, give or take, planned the entirety like of the MCU lifespan, this past decade, that they were able to do this. Like that's just the ambition, the execution, everything about it was just perfect. And there's no other movie out there that could have been made other than this one because of its history and because of the filmmakers, just both of them, both the Russo brothers, just their attention to detail and their just perfect balance of every character that was on the screen.
I mean, there's no question about it. Infinity War is an amazing film. I won't even remotely. How could you disagree with that? It is an awesome film. It's 10 years in the making. Well, Jordan might have a disagreement, but it's 10 years in the making. I was to say what impressed me most about the movie is the fact that it does feel like there's a balance. All the characters get their time in the spotlight, but what's impressive about that is when you actually look at the amount of time some characters are in the movie, it's actually insanely short, but in the watching the movie, you don't always feel that way. Captain America is barely in that damn movie, but you wouldn't think about it until you look at the runtime.
Right.
for him.
But that's still the biggest feel of the snap or the decimation.
The decimation
was
is what
his
they're
beard,
calling it.
and
Yeah.
that's gone. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone remembers that.
Rest in peace, Catbeard.
Yep. Catbeard's the best. Jordan, what's your disagreement? What's your dissenting opinion here?
My dissenting opinion is that it took it 10 years for them to come up with the best Marvel movie to date. That's my only argument to say. It took them 10 years, lots of fuck ups to make a cinematic masterpiece where you actually want the bad guy to win. They're canonically correct. They formed their own MCU perfectly, and really it's something that shines on its own. But it took them 10 years of source material and fucking up and census groups and everything to make an entire theater of adults cry. So they did a great job, I will agree. But that is a movie that had 10 years to produce and product. I'm talking, my film of the year is A Quiet Place, which is a unique, also stop, I don't give a damn about Bird Box, we're not talking about that. It is a unique
quick thing about
IP.
Bird Box. I legitimately saw people talking about that, and I honestly thought it was like a loot crate kind of thing up until
Right? Thank you.
until like 12
Japan
hours
crate?
of
Hello?
people talking about it. I thought it was like you just get like a new cockatiel every month. Like what's going on here?
Do I want to go with the toucan or the penguin package?
Yep.
No, but like it took 10 years to work with source material to make a great movie. 100%. The actors are great. Everything was great. Josh Brolin couldn't have done Thanos better than I think anyone else.
And it's spawned a
100%.
fantastic subreddit that's still
Absolutely.
going strong. Like,
I know, right? Oh my God. But my issue is that it's 10 years of material, so it doesn't feel like it's a movie that came out in 2018. It feels like a movie that's grown over the past 10 years. So yeah, it's a great film. I cannot argue. I loved it. I saw it multiple times, cried every time, same reaction every time. Damn, it's beautiful. But A Quiet Place is at least unique. It's different. It is its own thing, its own world. It's horrifying. It's daunting. It's silent and creepy and on edge and just, oh my God, I loved every moment of it. It's really hard to think of a different movie that made me feel like I was watching something so unique. And I think that's why I loved Infinity Wars is great, don't get me wrong, but that's why I liked A Quiet Place as my film of the year, because it just felt different.
I will say, I will give you that, especially in this day and age of like essentially reboots and remakes, it is very, very difficult to put out a rare, unique film, something that doesn't have any type of backstory or doesn't have any type of canon to go off of and hit as hard as this movie did. So I'll give you that. It's a unique idea, which I always agree. I'm always for individual ideas, unique ideas.
Hands down, A Quiet Place is the best horror movie that came out this year. Period. Full stop.
Right.
Yeah, no, I agree. Holy shit. It was amazing. I gotta say though, Us. We gotta talk about that because that one looks great. Sorry.
Yeah, Us looks
Anyways,
fantastic.
so that's just my argument. I changed my answer from Infinity Wars because I do agree with it being one of the best movies of the year. I just feel like there's a dissenting opinion to have for people that are tired of superhero movies to see A Quiet Place being that film of the year for them. Because outside of these two movies and also Josh's entry, I can't think of anything else that splashed better.
Yeah, for Quiet Place is probably the only film that I regret not seeing this year. Like I don't usually see horror stuff, and it's really hard to drag my wife, and I'm too much of a scaredy to see anything horror related by myself.
I'll come hold your hand. I live 5 minutes from you.
You do live around the corner from me. That is a fact. Wow, I just had a realization. This is the first ConCalPod podcast done entirely with people from Arizona, I think, ever.
Wait, do we all need to go to Josh's house? I can give
everyone else.
Tony and Rob your address.
I have no issues with them knowing where I live, honestly. I might regret that in the long run, but I have no issues with it, at least in the short
Wait till a week later at 3:00 in the morning when I'm at your front door with a 6-pack.
I have something in my... Oh, it's right there on the shelf. There's 2 tubes up there.
I love how in sync they are moving with the headset on. I love that.
No, it's beautiful. It's
tubes. You see tubes anywhere up there?
No. Oh.
Yeah, those. Don't open them in here. But if we get Josh's address...
Oh, Jesus Christ, no.
I'll go buy more. I'm in. This sounds great. Josh looks so mad. He is not ready for that.
No.
Josh, do you remember me on my birthday?
Yes, I remember you very clearly on your birthay. I have a clip of it.
Oh God, I'll gladly make sure you're glittered.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's what I put the headphone back into. I'll gladly make sure you're glittered.
I like this. Grady's making a comment. Tony will show up at your house, drink all your alcohol and all your food. We barely keep food in the house. I was about to say we don't keep alcohol in the house, but I came to a realization actually on Christmas Eve we have a surprising amount of alcohol in the house that I didn't know we had. I don't know where that came from.
I'm on my way.
So, anyways, my choice originally. If you asked me 3 months ago, Black Panther was going to be my movie of the year. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed the entire way it was put together.
It's okay.
That's just I had the same opinion about Infinity War Jordan had. It's a phenomenal film, but it didn't feel like a 2018 movie. It felt like a 2008 through 2018.
So then it stands to reason that next year, the film you're most excited for next year is going to be Lion King, because that's basically Black Panther a third time.
Yeah,
right,
a little bit. Yeah. We don't do most anticipated film because I never actually know what the fuck to choose for that because I never remember what actually is coming out. That being said, yes, it was the Lion King. Nobody can disagree.
Live action Lion King. Yeah.
I want to see how they're going to handle the animal meat tower. I'm sorry. That's the one thing I want to see done in CG. Like, how are they going to even just make that a thing?
Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. But my choice was actually between two different movies. One was The Favorite, which I saw a couple days ago. I decided not to go with that because for a few reasons. But my choice is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I think it is hands down the best Spidey movie of all time, and I thought Homecoming was amazing. I actually like both the Amazing Spider-Man movies. I'm the only person I think on Earth who does not like Spider-Man 2, the Sam Raimi one.
Well, hold on, time out.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
You do like both Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies, but you don't like Spider-Man 2.
Yeah,
the Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
Wait, hold on. Do you like Spider-Man 3? Okay, you at least answered that right.
Like I don't have as many issues with it as a lot of other people have. It's a bad movie, but I thought it was an enjoyable bad movie. But no, I don't like Spider-Man. I don't like Spider-Man 2 simply because I hated how Doc Ock was handled, and I completely despised Kirsten Dunst as Mary Jane. And that was really what it was.
The first one still?
Yeah, no, I don't like any of the Sam Raimi movies.
I still don't like it.
Oh man.
I loved them when they originally came out, but I'm not just as time has gone on, I've had less interest. That being said, loved Homecoming, but Spider-Verse was just, from the animation to the music to everything about how that movie was just composed, was just this beautiful thing. I don't even know how to describe it.
I feel like it's unfair to compare it to live action because there's a lot of things that they could do and go wild with.
I would not disagree with that in the slightest. I would not disagree.
And I haven't seen it yet, so.
Well, the thing about it, though, is that it wasn't just animation. It was comic animation, which is really hard to nail because we've seen plenty of attempts with it, like live-action graphic novel mix-ups, like, say, with, let's take Scott Pilgrim versus the World, or even, like, animation versus manga mix-ups, like FLCL. We've seen a lot of it done poorly or kind of okay. But with Spider-Verse, I got to agree with Josh. The way that it was handled was fantastic because the entire thing felt like a theme. However, I was really upset they didn't make any nod to any of the Garfield or Butter. Who's the new actor?
Tom Holland?
Tom Holland. No, because there was another one. Hold on. No. There was two actors that were going for the latest Spider-Man. It was like, hold on. I'll find it and get you information. But there was no reference.
Or Butters from South Park.
Butterbean?
Yes, Butterbean. Thank you. The boxer. Anyways, there was no like nods to it. It was actually kind of bummed me out.
Yeah, there was some interesting choices for Easter eggs, interesting choices for what they didn't do Easter eggs for. I will definitely agree on that. I just like that this movie is an unofficial sequel to the Raimi movies, like to an extent. But what I like about the minimal spoiler premise of the movies
please, that minimum spoilers. We haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, well, the minimum thing is anyone could be Spider-Man. That's the kind of shown in the trailers, that whole thing. But the idea is that they can really do whatever they want. They can pull in any Spider-Man thing. My only real sad thing is I wanted to reference the Venom, which, damn, that came close to being my film of the year as well.
So
thank you.
That is one of the main reasons that I got worried about the Spider-Verse, because we went to the screening of Venom and the stinger at the end of Venom was essentially a plug for Spider-Verse.
It was a whole scene. It was like a whole.
It made me think like, oh shit, like this movie's in trouble and they're trying to like attach it to something.
Right.
But I'm glad that it's doing as well as it is.
And also, I agree, Venom was good. A lot of people shit on that movie, and it was surprisingly pleasant.
It's the best romantic comedy of the year.
There you go. It was a buddy romantic comedy. I agree with you entirely.
I don't even think buddy.
Pretending. No, fuck you. The banter between them was phenomenal. You cannot argue.
No, the banter's amazing. Drops buddy. It's a romance. It's a pure and simple fucking romance. There's no buddy about it.
Just you saying like buddy cop though, immediately in my head I was like, if only Nick Nolte voiced Venom.
Oh my god. Can we have that? Can we rewrite that with
I don't know the name of my symbiote. I just know the sound that it makes when it kills.
Hey, what's up, Siegel? No, I would love to see that. Oh my god, I'd be so happy.
So the only negative I think I have about Spider-Verse is that being that it's animated, I haven't seen it, so I have no confirmation, but I'm 99.99% sure there's no Spider Cop in it, and that kind of pisses me off.
Yeah.
The really only reference to PS4 Spider-Man in the entire movie is they show the suit. At one point, he gets a lengthy Easter egg shot of it. But here's the thing. I think two of the best Spider-Man stories ever told, including comics, including the entire history of Spider-Man, were told within 3 months of each other. One a movie, one a game. And that, to me, is the most impressive thing about what Sony did here.
Yeah, this was Spider-Man's year for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Real quick, just I don't need details. I just need a yes or no. Was shirtless Spider-Man in Into the Spider-Verse?
No, there's no shirtless Arachnid Man or shirtless Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's not. He's still got pants on.
I mean,
there is, however, the best end credit sequence I've ever seen of any Marvel movie forever. And you have to be a really OG meme fan to enjoy it as much as I did. So sit through the credits.
Yeah, no, the end credits, the stinger at the end is phenomenal, without a shadow of doubt. And the entire credits, the whole thing in general. Go see the movie if you haven't yet.
Go watch it. Yep.
Let's move on. Let's move on to Gaming Industry Blunder of the Year, so here's the fun thing about this award. This award, usually when we do it, it started as a joke award, and when we kind of started taking it seriously, this is the 7th annual one of these. I have never seen more than 2 options ever chosen here, which shows just kind of how fucking weird of a place.
What kind of a shit show 2018 was?
Yeah, with the game industry. I mean, my God, the options here are absolutely fucking amazing. I thought without a shadow of a doubt, I knew at least 2 of the options.
Oh God, I forgot about that, Tony. God, I forgot that existed. Damn.
We had to search because we pretty much, out of everyone that was there, we had the same 2 topics for everyone. So.
Yeah.
So we pulled a U where we changed our answers specifically because we didn't want to just talk about the same goddamn thing.
No, fair. Don't get me wrong. I think a lot of us are thinking the same thing, but I'm really glad you brought that one up.
Yeah.
It needs to be discussed.
All right.
Well, I think there's another one, but I found it today. We'll get to it. No, it's a good one. It's topical. Can I kick this one off?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. This is industry specific, not a game. Anyone start seeing that G2A is starting to pay for inactivity? For inactivity?
I saw that yesterday, and I was just like, they were already a clusterfuck of a site, but then that.
I'm not kidding. They're charging a penny to your PayPal or whatever account you have, and it is an inactivity charge.
So, Jordan, just for Sen's asking the question in chat, just for anyone, what's G2A for anyone who may not be aware?
G2A, and please correct me because I don't use it very frequently, is a site where you can essentially purchase keys. You purchase wholesale used keys from people, companies, products, etc., and you take a gamble hoping it's real. You can get, buyer protection, key insurance, etc. But frankly, it's a third-party marketplace to buy keys.
Yeah, and they're also known as being less than reputable. They've been in a battle with Tiny Build. Tiny Build's done entire panels about G2A being a shithole. Going on 5 years now.
It's garbage. It's a dumpster fire of a website. Yeah. So to see that today, people talking about it, I was like, I had to bring it up because that is a clusterfuck. Because I used to buy keys on G2A for giveaways on chat. I mean, in stream because it's cheap. So it's like, okay, $7 for what was it? Dark Souls 2. Sure. Let's hope it works. If it doesn't, I'll have to buy the full version first person. Blah, blah, blah. So when I saw that was just insane to just see people being charged a measly inactivity fee. It's like, I would delete my account. I just don't want you accessing my credit information because your site is not something I want to use. But outside of that, I want to talk about Arc. I mean, Atlas.
Yep.
Boy, let me tell you how that does not look like an inspiring game, and I have absolutely no interest in it. It looks like every other bad survival game that has come out this year mix into a pirate-themed genre. Why not just keep advancing with what we currently have out of Ark and make that thing? Tony.
It's not even just pirate theme though, because when I saw that first like reveal trailer, I was
the monsters.
Yeah, oh man. Like it was, I literally had like, it was like somebody had a checklist and they were just, okay, we need this. We need, okay, pirates. Yes. We got fantasy monsters. Yes. We have medieval sieges. Yes.
They just walked into a spirit and was like, yes, yeah, that.
It's like they took the worst mods from Skyrim and threw them all in a fucking pirate theme. And I'm really upset about it because it was just a cataclysmic failure. Is almost on par with how when Sea of Thieves was released, it was Sea of Streamers.
Yeah.
It was only streamers playing it, and everybody else who purchased early access had to wait for their content that they paid for, unless you had a fucking streaming platform. But with Atlas, it is a special kind of failure, and that is just their online social media presence. What's the better way to say that we fucked up other than just saying, hey guys, just chill, we'll get to it?
Yep.
What you gonna do? Return it? It's like, holy shit, it's awful.
My favorite, their entire social media thing has been absolutely fucking ridiculous. I'm blown away by how just how their reaction is, and it's funny. Atlas was something that I was getting PR emails about constantly after the Game Awards and with the announcement. Constantly was getting emails, and then after it's releasing on this day. Oh, it's not releasing this day. It's releasing tomorrow. Oh, wait, no, it's releasing tomorrow. Oh, wait, no, it's releasing tomorrow. Oh, wait, no, it's releasing in 2 days. Uh-oh, it actually didn't release yesterday. It's releasing tomorrow. After that series of things, and it finally released, suddenly I just don't receive emails about it anymore because either PR people's just like, yeah.
Whatever.
It's out. Doesn't matter anymore.
I have a code for it that I redeemed to stream it, and then I didn't get a chance to, and now I just sit here and I'm like,
is it worth it? Just watch the gameplay. It looks like really bad Ark.
See, I've never played Ark. Well, here's my favorite thing, Jordan, about it is when the game first released. That is, if you put a controller in and you kept scrolling down, it would actually pull up a menu for Ark. That was one of the things. No, yeah, it would actually pull up, and it turned out that the game was a mostly modified Ark. That's all it actually is.
That's what it looks like.
Most games are modified versions of games because you use the same assets and stuff.
Yeah, but specifically,
you hide that shit. You hide it.
Yeah, but specifically, there was Atlas. What was the other one? It was a weird Viking type game. I'm trying to remember. You played it a little bit, Josh. You and Pretty Rob played it. Rend,
yeah.
Rend looked like a shameless ripoff of Ark 2. So it's like, I am just so tired of these uninspired garbage heaps, and Atlas is at my top for worst game of the year because it's just uninspired. It looks terrible, and it's not survival. But, however, I think the Bites and Brews Boys has a thing to speak on survival. Actually, no, that's Josh that has that. Never mind.
One thing I was just going to say is when it comes to Atlas, you say it's the worst game of this year. Well, let's see what 2019 holds, because the worst game of, 2017 was No Man's Sky, but it's actually been a really fucking awesome game in 2018. So
no, it hasn't. No,
yes,
it hasn't. You stop that. No, thank you so much.
I've sunk 20 hours in that fucking game in 2018. It's a significantly better, enjoyable game.
20 hours, you're never going to get back.
That's the same fucking viewpoint that I have on Destiny 2. At launch, it was fucking bad, but I still played the shit out of it. And then they put out Forsaken, and
it's like, okay, this is a marginally better story.
Yeah.
But I know that's the perfect formula for making a great game. Kill the favorite character.
Hey, you know what else may possibly be good in 2019 if they patch it enough?
What?
Josh, what's your entry?
Oh, well, my entry is going to be Fallout 76's launch. This is my blunder year. It's not so much the game, because to be clear, I have zero. Let's just be clear. I've not played the game at all. My entire experience of the game was watching Justin from ConCalPod and then our friend Sithos, respectively, at one point or another, stream it, and thinking to myself, this is the single most boring game I've ever watched in my entire life.
It's not a Fallout game.
But which is fine. But it was just not entertaining to watch. Okay, fine, it's not entertaining to watch. Let's move on. But then it's just the sequence of events for that game. So the game releases. It's just not enjoyable. It's shit on by people. okay, we're gonna fix it, we're gonna work on it. Then the drama of the game. What is it? Then the drama of the game straight up deleting stuff, like randomly deleting characters and stuff like that. If you do certain things in the game, it deletes the entire game off the hard drive. Level glitches. Okay, Ultimate Bethesda glitch. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. That's fine.
Bethesda's known to be glitchy. Let's move on.
That's fine.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
Then the bag situation starts. It's the fucking nylon bags when they promised canvas bags. Oh, and they state, well, it didn't meet with marketing stuff. We couldn't.
What was their solution?
Their solution. Which solution? Let's start
initially.
The first solution was to give everyone 500 in-game, whatever the hell the currency is, which could afford you a door.
which is how many actual dollars?
What was it? It was like $1.50 or something. Like $5.
$5.
They gave you $5 to apologize that you got a nylon bag instead of a canvas bag. Okay, fine. Then the marketing people who actually told them how to do stuff came forward and said, "Yeah, Bethesda didn't listen to us," and threw them under the bus, and stuff.
That's a team.
That's like, okay, good. That's another kick in the crotch. And then finally, you know what? We're actually going to give you the canvas bags. Here, go on our customer support portal. Let us know. People let them know. And what happens next? Every single person's customer information leaks because suddenly you can view everyone's tickets, their phone numbers, their home addresses, everything. And it's not a small scale thing. This is hundreds upon thousands of people can see everyone's thing. I had a friend who started working in Bethesda community management 1 week before 76 release. I haven't heard from him since.
So he died. So he's dead. You need to send a well call.
Yeah.
A wellness check. Holy shit. That man
get a
is
nuke
gone.
dropped on him.
It's just like that. I honestly thought that before Atlas, I honestly thought that was going to be a sure thing for the choice for this year, because that is just the big. I just don't even know where to begin on that. Again, it's one thing for a game to be buggy. It's one thing to make a mistake, but the level of to break your entire customer service portal. That's the ultimate Bethesda glitch. I never thought I would see today.
Their glitches are expanding into the real world.
Yeah. And to be clear, for a test saying, don't forget the canvas bags, give it the influencers. So those were completely different canvas bags. That's the one thing I will give them credit on. Those were 100% different canvas bags, and shit like that happens with everything where influencers get shit that are leaps and bounds better than anyone else gets. That's not specific to Bethesda. That happens all the time.
Emperor Siegel says, can I nominate PUBG for this award? Siegel, we're talking about flop blunders of launch. So PUBG, well, I mean, PUBG was a blunder since 2017, so unfortunately we can't nominate it.
It's an ongoing, how the hell are you competing? How the hell are you still competing for a blunder award? Like in this, like how it blows my mind. But let's see, what do we got? Tony, you had an interesting one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. The reason why I switched to this is I don't honestly think this would be considered a blunder in the same sense that your guys is considered a blunder, because I don't have any anger or spite towards the developer. It's honestly just sad because I really
a blunder can be sad.
Yeah, so like I really like Cliff Bleszinski and all the stuff that he's done. And it sucks that Lawbreakers wasn't a bigger deal. I understand why it wasn't a bigger deal. It didn't really have its own personality like Overwatch or some of those other similar games, but it screwed him so bad that they weren't actually able to get Radical Heights off the ground quick enough for them to do anything with it. And it looked like it was going to be fun, but it was rushed. You could tell it was rushed, and it still didn't hit the market in time, and it got buried among all the other Battle Royale games.
Less than a month into it?
Yeah.
The biggest problem with the VR genre right now is that none of it can be. Fortnite and PUBG have literally done everything. So let's just be blunt about this. Row is a better running PUBG, but it's not unique enough to be on its own. Yeah. Fortnite is a Radical Heights and Realm Royale are just, different polished versions of Fortnite. It's just at this point you can't do anything different. So it's just right now safe to get the fuck away from the genre.
Yeah, and the nail in the coffin was essentially Blackout, because there's your PUBG but polished to a AAA sheen.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
and it's still bombing.
Totally accurate Battlegrounds.
Totally accurate Battlegrounds was no. Also Cuisine Royale.
Cuisine Royale.
Yes.
Totally Accurate Battlegrounds is also very enjoyable. I'm just gonna say
so good.
Can I switch my game of the year? To Tab G.
Tab G was so good. Oh
Totally
my
Accurate
God.
Battlegrounds is fantastic.
It's a fantastic dumb game. It's wonderful.
That's how you know you've really made it, when they make parodies of what you are, and like,
And the parodies are good.
And the parodies are good. Yeah. But yeah, so Bosky Productions is no longer, due to the failure of Radical Heights, which sucks because I love Cliff Blazinski and I love all the stuff he puts out.
And Cliffy B still MIA?
Cliffy B, yeah, he said he was going to take a step back and reflect.
He announced yesterday he is developing a Broadway show called Hades.
Oh.
Because he straight up said that he was leaving the game industry, and he is known for being super into show tunes and Broadway musicals and stuff like that. So apparently he's investing primarily in it and doing in this, helping them out. But that's his next project, which, I support the fuck out of that, honestly.
Go for it, man.
Yeah, so that's what he moved on to post.
He's gonna make that B and Cliffy B Broadway.
Yeah, Cliffy Broadway.
Cliffy Broadway is in ski.
You do you, Cliffy B. We didn't deserve you.
No, that definitely did not. So yeah, there's that, and then Rob, you have one of the more famous ones as your choice.
Yeah, so mine was like the comeback heard around the world of you guys don't have phones.
I gotta say this. I don't know who that was. What is his name?
Who the fuck cares? He's fired.
He's still employed. That's what I want to know, because there's no marketing director that would keep you on after that smart ass response.
It's such a terrible response because we're talking about the Diablo Immortal announcement, which here's my thing. Diablo Immortal, as far as just an announcement goes, whatever. It's a mobile version of Diablo. They're making it the Diablos, cool. But that response alone is just one of the dumbest. I know of a bunch of people who work in PR and marketing who literally their responses, they couldn't even comment on it. Their response was like, "What is wrong?" Like,
what do you have to say about this?
Like, what's your response? Fuck that! It sounds like they have an open position. Where do I send my resume?
There you go.
Just on your resume, like skills, not saying dumb shit on stage.
It was. I mean, it's the equivalent of so we all know that PlayStation isn't going to E3 this year. Yeah,
right.
So we're all expecting at PSX the PlayStation 5 console announcement.
Right.
That's like waiting until then. PlayStation going all that way, hyping a new console launch, and then giving you like a PS2 Classic as their announcement at PSX.
No.
New Sony gaming console.
No. That's giving like that was the Xperia, the next version of the Xperia or something like that. That would be what they would give you.
No, that would have been Sega's response to the Sonic film.
Oh God!
Did anyone see that? Those legs. What's your problem with legs? It's like just stop.
Oh no!
What? You guys don't have legs?
I'm all in on that movie. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm
gonna get so drunk. That's what we'll go with before I go see Detective Pikachu and the Sonic movie. Who wants to get drunk with me?
I mean, alcohol? Yeah, sure. I'll see it.
Yeah, probably alcohol.
Yeah, probably alcohol.
Josh, you're on strike too, by the way. Like, you say one more thing that angers me, and I'm going to kick you off of your own stream. All right.
What have I said now?
So first of all, the fact that you said the Andrew Garfield movies were better than the Sam Raimi flicks.
They are.
I like them better. It's not necessarily that they are better. I like them better.
And I like Andrew Garfield better as Peter Parker than
sure, but the films altogether, I feel like the Sam Raimi films had more of a personality.
Yeah, but if the Sam Raimi films would have had Andrew Garfield, it would have been better.
Okay, fair. Would they? Because it's a different style. Because Sam Raimi's
move on
purpose.
Let's move on.
Anyways, yeah. Sorry, this is what happens. Sorry. What was the second thing you said? You just said it.
That I have no issues with the Diablo announcement, I'm guessing?
No.
The Sonic movie.
That's it. You said you were all for the Sonic movie, and that's strike two.
Because I like seeing bad movies sometimes. I feel like Sonic, if done right, could be the same thing.
Sorry to bother you. It's on Netflix right now.
That's such a good fucking movie, too.
Shut up.
That's strike three, goddammit. Oh, wait, no, that was cut right.
It works for him. It counts. It's a transitive property. That's strike three.
You're guilty by association, Josh.
Sorry to bother you. Okay.
So I'm gonna hop. So I think we can move on from Blunder at this point.
Yeah.
Let's move on to good news.
So
Yes.
let's talk.
Yeah.
Let's talk my favorite award. That every year, it's my favorite thing that we do. The gaming experience of the year. I've sort of spoiled mine. Because I've been asking people on ConCalPod podcast every single time because we're at the end of the year. I ask every person, "What's your gaming experience of the year?" Because it's a fun conversation to end shows with. Most people know what my original one is, so I'll tell it quickly, but then I'm going to give a different one. Mine is just simply swinging through New York in Spider-Man.
They nailed the swinging system.
The swing system's amazing. I grew up in New York. I like
sorry. I told you not to do that.
I like exploring the city and stuff like that. I like trying to figure out if I could find the hospital where I grew up, where I was born and stuff like that. I grew up in a hospital. Sorry. No, I like to. I like to explore.
I was born in a hospital.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
When they let you out of your bubble?
I know, right. So no, but I liked exploring the city. That being said, one of my favorite things, honestly, was going to be a surprise thing is the game Descenders. So I don't know if anyone knows Descenders. It is a game from No More Robots? I actually meant to look this up beforehand. It's like something robots or something like that. Yeah, No More Robots. Descenders is a downhill bike racing game essentially, and it should not have been something I enjoyed. It should not have been a favorite game. It should not have been like my style of game. But streaming that was one of my absolute fucking favorite things to stream because just the speed and just like it was the same thing as swinging through the city. It was the same thing as one of my other potential choices, Sea of Thieves, exploring the world. It was the traversal and just the sound and the sound design and like hearing the wind rushing past me and just trying to just go down these downhill slopes. It was just this relaxing but infuriatingly intense experience. And I'm excited. I think they just added or adding multiplayer. So
Is it VR? That sounds like it would be awesome in VR.
I know
It sounds like it would make you sick in VR. I just watched the release trailer for it. That is Descenders, extreme procedural free writing.
Well, that's
I saw that. Yeah. So it's procedurally generated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's the thing is you keep doing the levels and the levels are never the same twice. But my God, it was just so much fun. It's one of those games I always want to return to for streaming.
Raska do is the shiniest forehead. It's gonna go to me. Look at that.
Do you see this? See this glare
Turn the
right
forehead
there,
off.
boys?
Anyway,
Look, my whole face blends in with the wall.
oh shit.
One more question about Descenders.
Sure.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Halfway through the biking down the hill, does the Yeti come out and eat you?
No, it's not ski free.
Okay.
Which is still the
natural
greatest game
evolution.
of all time.
Okay.
So it gives me kind of like SSX Tricky vibes when I was watching it, because that to this day is one of the best snowboarding. Don't take this game seriously games I have ever played growing up.
Dude, the
I
soundtrack.
was a Simon Main.
Nice.
Simon.
The soundtrack to that game alone was.
Oh my god, it was so good. I would
Gotta
love
be
to
Finger
do
11.
a throwback.
What I was going to say is Gritty in our chat saying, I didn't play a lot of games this year, but I loved spending time in streams with Rob, watching him play God of War. God of War is one of the best games ever streamed, and I hated that I didn't get to watch a lot of streams because I wanted to see the story myself. Because like when I would watch people like in Muslefine doing like the challenges and stuff like that, which non-story stuff, it was always a blast. Didn't matter who was streaming it. It was always a blast to watch. So one of the best streamed games of this year.
Boy.
Let's go on to let's just go straight down the list here. Let's go Jordan next. What's your gaming experience this year?
God damn
Okay,
it!
so
I hate your answer so much.
We all do.
It's so good though. Tell me it's not
hate your
good.
answers
Tell
so
me
much.
it's not good.
It's not good.
Yes, it is. Outside of like very serious like technical stuff, outside of experiences between like athletics, aerobics, or just gunplay or anything else, Soul Calibur's character creation system.
It was gorgeous. I didn't even play it, but I loved watching the
beautiful.
pictures.
It is horrific, and I haven't seen such meme potential in years. I'm in love with just watching character creation video montages and seeing a successful Magikarp or King K. Rool. Donkey's video on it sold me. I want the character creator to be a part you can buy and only play that and release it into the marketplace for people to download.
No.
I would just buy that content.
It seriously should be. It should be the same thing as the Spore Creature Creator. It should just be its own separate demo content, either a $5 paid demo or like a literal demo kind of thing. It's gorgeous. Let's not forget our Lord and Savior Scale Dick.
It's just when I watched how much could actually be done with it. Like I saw a successfully created Pac-Man, and that killed me. That fucking killed me. So I'm like,
My favorite thing is there's people are still creating in it. You're still seeing, and the people
You're
are
not
making.
supposed to let him kill you, man. Guard impact is just forward and block.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
No, it's just I loved just watching people do it. Like it's not the game of the year to no degree. It's another Soul Calibur game. Wow, it's like if they did another Street Fighter game. It's the same formula every time. There's nothing different. It's just the character creator in Soul Calibur has gotten to the point to where it's self-aware, and I love it. It's self-aware of itself, and they don't care anymore. So to me, that was probably like gaming experience of the year because I really can't think of anything else. I mean, I can, but. It's already been said.
Fair enough. Let's move on to Tony.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of VR, I know I asked if Descenders...
Nobody was talking about VR.
No, but like Descenders, I asked if it was in VR.
Did you imagine the fucking like motion sickness Descenders in VR?
I know they were working on it, but I don't know if they actually ever did it. I haven't looked into it in a while.
I don't ever get motion sickness. Like that's never been a problem for me.
Attach the gag bag here, VR here.
I need Portal in VR. That's what I need.
Portal in VR? Oh,
I would love Portal in VR.
But yeah, specifically my gaming experience of the year was playing and streaming Beat Saber VR because it took two of my most beloved video game genres. I don't know if you could call VR a genre, but it took VR and rhythm gaming and put them together because I've always been a huge Guitar Hero fan. I've been in a rock band. I've loved. I'm not really good at DDR, but I'll still play it.
I'm too fat for that.
Yeah. But Beat Saber is like the perfect culmination of those two things, and it also just makes you feel like a badass. Like anytime you have lightsabers in your hand, like I feel like they did lightsabers better than any Star Wars game I've played in the past, and it's the fluidity of it, the constant like the song selection, even though it's not huge on the PlayStation.
Yeah, don't get it on console.
Yeah, I mean, if you get it on PC, if you can afford like a Vive or something like that. But the PSVR, I think, is still worth the investment because there's a lot of challenge modes and stuff to keep you going, but the song selection is limited. They are going to fix that though. They are releasing DLC content, of course, to add to the library, just like your Rock Band and your Guitar Heroes back in the day, where they just kept on releasing individual songs and song packs.
Not in a manner. Let's not pretend it's going to be in the manner that Guitar Hero and Rock Band.
No, it's not that huge, but there's going to be more content there, and I'm excited to play it because that game was just it. Yeah, I'm obsessed with VR, and I love rhythm games.
Well, the problem with VR right now is outside of Beat Saber, there's nothing else.
Well,
oh come on, there's so many good VR
there's
games.
There's Astrobot, there's Moss, there's Beat Saber, there's
VR was a fantastic gimmick that is starting to fall flat until they come out with something.
Dude. I agree with you to a certain extent, but they're finally getting there. They're finally getting there. Like it's getting to the point where it's getting like the technology is getting to the point where VR is no longer gimmicky. They're actually creating unique experiences with it. It's not just like there's a game we created, we're going to throw a VR thing in there. Like
you mean like Borderlands 2 VR?
Shut up. We don't talk about that.
Of course there's fucking gimmicks. Of course there's always going to be gimmicks. Yeah, like
there's things that are just that have the IMAX like rendering over it, and there's things that are shot and designed
for IMAX. So like they're getting there where they're creating VR because they know it's going to be VR game, and they create the experience as a VR experience, and it's no longer just like
Mundfish's title.
Slap on what?
Mundfish's title. I'm trying to remember. Mundfish is coming out with a game right now that's pure VR, and it looks amazing, and I might actually buy a Vive just to play it. I'll go ahead and drop it in Discord, but I want you guys to check it out because it looks so beautiful. The game is called Atomic Heart.
Atomic Heart. I'll have to look into that. I haven't heard
that. That is a VR trip fest that I am excited to try, and I think it'd be something that we might talk about next year.
All right, so, I'm all about VR.
Avid moviegoer is asking saying VR is way bigger than people think. Have you guys ever listened to the DLC podcast? Jeff really sells VR as a bona fide option. I actually not listened to the podcast, but I think VR is definitely. I think it was a fad, but I think we are at the point where in 2019, maybe 2020, it's going to actually push into being a legitimate option.
It needs to be more readily available for everyone before it becomes an option like that.
But I think the sales on PSVR with with this past last couple of months have actually really brought in a lot of new users. And then the fact is there has been 3 to 4 standout really good VR games in the back half of this year. So I think those two things combine, the timing on that. I think VR has a potential. I don't think 2019 is going to be the year for it, but I think 2020 is going to be the year where VR becomes a viable option, whether that is something like PSVR where you're sitting on a couch with a VR headset on, or something like Vive where you have room scale VR and you're walking into walls. Either way, I think 2020 is the year.
Just give me a mental dive. I'll be good. I would like to live in the cloud.
Dive.
Yeah.
You want to go Sword Art Online?
Just
I'm so
into the
fucking in. I would happily give up my physical form. I'm in.
And I thought I liked VR.
No, I would be all over it. Tony, you and I talked about VR last night. I would kill to have my office space allow me to do VR again. I would love that with all my heart. Rob, what is your gaming experience for?
I'm gonna get a lot of hate in your chat for it.
Nah. we don't hate in our chat. That's all the people you brought. No.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say none of my people are here, so I'm gonna get a lot of hate.
We bring the hate.
My turn your fucking
me
porn off. Destiny 2. Destiny 2 is my fucking experience, man.
If you say Destiny,
I told you. Destiny 2, I'll give you the rocky start. I'll give it to you. But that was last year, so shut up.
I'll give it to you, man. Forsaken and everything with Destiny 2 has pulled me in. I haven't played it. I haven't bought it. I refuse to. But it's interested me in the same way that the original Destiny did at launch. This is the first time I've been truly interested in Destiny in a while.
Yeah, so Forsaken is essentially, for all of you D1 players out there, Forsaken is the year 2 start. And it's the same thing that the Taken King brought to D1. It fixed a lot of the problems that a lot of people were complaining about, whether they were playing the game or not, which bothered the shit out of me. And it brought in a whole. I don't know, man. They're listening to the community. It's fantastic. I've talked several people into buying it, and suckers.
No, I own it.
It's bringing everything together. And for me, it's an experience that it's my at least weekly experience of getting together, making new friends, networking with more people, and just doing that end game raid fucking grind together. It's fun. It's the same thing every week, but not same.
I played it with you guys. I remember playing it with you guys.
Yeah. Oh, that was year 1.
No. I played year 2 with you guys. No, it was year 1. You're right. It was the second one. Anyways, that's not my point. Forsaken was great, but the problem is I still don't see Destiny 2 as a standalone title. It still feels like an expansion. Maybe that's me being kind of too specific for what I wanted. I love that we got to live through a story with absolutely no replay value. It's just, I feel like the best part and the worst part about Destiny 2 Forsaken is how I don't know where they're going to go next. Maybe I'm not in it enough to really get it.
Yeah, there's a fuck ton of lore out there that I'm also super deep into. I just bought the grimoire for it.
Right.
Oh.
But also, I think my favorite part, because I can actually speak to a point, because I streamed. My streamer members watching me grind through Destiny 2 Forsaken. It was fucking hard in some spots.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so I took on the Beholder. I'm not spoiling shit. I took on the Beholder 35 light levels lower than I should have. I legitimately, I wanted a challenge. It felt like a boss fight. It was great. I did not burn through that thing. It kicked my ass for an hour. It was fantastic. And then when I was done, it was like, go grind the raid.
Dude, the raid is so fun.
It sounds like I'm done.
It's so fun.
It's just, I don't know. It was great for the story and how they did it. It's just, I don't know.
Story,
I feel like
I fucking love the story for Forsaken.
Oh yeah,
love it.
Can we give Bungie credit though, in the sense where I know you already mentioned this, and this kind of goes back to our blunder conversation, but they did the exact right thing when it came to maybe having a rocky start, where they did listen to their audience and they did implement things, and they didn't just say, oh, you bought the game, fuck you, or oh, we're fixing things guys, and then just doing really gimmicky trying to satiate your audience with like these real gimmicky like one-offs, and
That's kind of what the community is clamoring for now.
yeah, we
Like,
want more
yeah,
gimmicky stuff.
sink so much money into emotes if you like did more meme emotes.
Yeah. Agreed.
More memotes.
Notes.
Did we just coin a phrase?
I'm sure we're not that original.
Fair enough.
Probably not. Unlikely. Extremely unlikely.
No,
Go ahead.
Rob, I understand what you're coming from with Destiny 2 Forsaken. It was
Just because I'm
definitely the right. It was definitely the right way. It was definitely the right way to go because frankly, I think it would have died if they didn't come out with something.
Yeah, they had to do something.
Yeah,
for something for other than to satiate the fanboys because I was already full on.
Well, fair enough. We're ending that little topic there. Let's do a little sponsor read because why the hell not?
I'm gonna grab another beer.
That's fine.
I'm gonna tune out.
I'm 2 beers in, so this will be a fun sponsor read.
Empty.
No.
Okay. He has to be quiet while I do a sponsor read. No. I'm kidding. You really do not have to be quiet in the slightest. Are you looking for an affordable, portable, easy-to-use green screen solution? If so, you should head over to constantcalibrating.com/thewebaround. While there, you'll find a wide variety of green screens, much like the one I have. Ow, I hit myself in the head. Much like the one I have right fucking here. Our listeners, viewers, guests, and even lurkers can save 10% off the one of these with offer code ConCalPod. That's CONCALPOD. Head on over to constantcalibrating.com/webaround and check out their stuff. No, seriously, they actually also just released one for only $30 that doesn't have their little suspension thing on it. It's just, I believe it's just a standing green screen, the same size as the other one. So, sort of stuff at different price points. They're actually great stuff. They're also a mom and pop place. I love them with all my heart. I talked about this on last night with Tony. They sent me a shirt, and look how much I love them so much. They sent it in a Ziploc fucking bag. It's the best.
That's to hide the Coke.
It's the hide to Coke that they actually shipped me because that's what they know. It's wonderful and it makes me so happy. Let's see. Sen is saying cousin to wine Josh is Stein. Josh, I do have a beer stein that I use for Proper Villains podcast. You can check out Proper Villains podcast roughly every month right here on Constant Calibrating, ConstantCalibrating.com. First episode is going up at the beginning of January as an edited thing if you did not catch the live stream.
Is there something snafu to plug a sponsor into a personal plug?
What's up?
I'm just kidding. I'm being a troll. I actually, to Josh's point, Webaround Gaming is fantastic. I got to experience it at TwitchCon, which is the premier streaming gaming event. No, but seriously, I actually got to check out all their products at TwitchCon down in San Jose. It's fantastic. The products and quality is great. If I didn't have such shitty lighting in my room, I would definitely get one. Yep. But it is affordable. It is the best bang for your buck. And if you buy it, people are going to get really confused because they're going to think it's the weirdest sunblocker ever.
It's a confusing sunblocker. There's no question about it. It's so simple that it's a weird thing. There's without a shadow of a doubt, but it's great for what it is. If you don't have a lot of space, I highly recommend it. Now that we have both Tony and Rob and everyone else back here, let's move forward.
Yeah, that's clipping.
Damn, that was loud.
I'm a wreck.
Cheers.
I went through my 2 beers already, so I don't have access to more. So
I didn't know we were drinking. I'm really upset no one invited me.
You saw us on the docket.
Yeah, you knew we were going to be here, right?
That's my bad.
You know what? I shouldn't have to prep you for that. If rule of thumb for Constant Calibrating podcast, if Tony and Rob are on a show either together or separately, Josh is going to be drinking.
You're right. My bad. I've known you guys for years. My bad.
Mm-hmm. All right, biggest disappointment of the year. We're going to go back to our last of the SAD awards. Let's go with the SAD awards here.
My favorite thing on this list was that it was the page break was right there, and it just said, biggest disappointment of the year, Josh. And it was like the next page, and I was like, ooh, shots fired.
Oh, shit. This is going to be an interesting stream.
I mean, if you ask a lot of the other people who work for Constant Calibrating, they might say that.
Oh, no.
What happened?
What's an anonymous... Come on, my man.
Oh, he's editing the doc as we're looking. We thought Robert's computer was possessed.
It only happens every now and again.
Technology works.
Okay. Biggest disappointment of the year.
Biggest disappointment of the year. I'll just start off with myself. This is one actually. So this was an award that Ryan gave me. Hold on. Mighty Sentimer is saying Josh may be disappointing at times. He makes up for it at other times. I don't even want to begin on that. That is a whole other question and a whole other slew of topics right there. So Ryan gave me the idea for this topic because we both had the same one. If anyone watched Constant Calibrating content circa PAX West, Ryan and I were both very excited for Pathfinder Kingmaker. For those that don't know, it is a game much in the same way as Divinity Original Sin and I'm trying to remember what the Obsidian one is right now. Pillars of Eternity. Thank you.
Yeah.
So it's
the other PoE.
Yeah, other PoE. So similar style as that, but it was Pathfinder. It was all Pathfinder rules, and you got to both be playing the game, but you also got to run a kingdom. And I watched it play to PAX West. I didn't get to play it myself, and it looked phenomenal. It was enjoyable. I sunk 30 hours into that game, and I would like them back. I think this is seriously, nothing will ever disappoint me as much as Spore did, because how could anything be as disappointing as a game as Spore? But
Hold the beer.
But hold the beer. But
Okay.
But I was just gonna say, but Pathfinder Kingmaker was just not at all what it was measured up to be, and it really sad because our friend of our show, Chris Avalon, wrote parts of that fucking game, and it just was not good.
So at what point did you realize you were going to be disappointed? Was it hour 18 or
it was hour 6?
Yeah, and you kept on playing?
24 more hours. You wasted a day, Josh.
Hey, let's be clear here. I have this problem with TV shows, with movies, whatever. I don't know how to stop watching stuff. I watched Once Upon a Time for like 4 seasons, and I hated that show midway through the second season.
That's how I got Iron Fist done.
Josh?
You just muscled through it.
I want you to realize 30 hours is a percentage of your newborn's life.
Yeah, he was on my lap when I was playing.
I just want you to like put that to like an idea. A physical like connection between time and life. You wasted that.
Well, technically,
4 more hours.
Well,
any amount of hours would be a percentage, but
no, but like I just want something to be a little more understandable.
Right.
You could have been spending time with your newborn.
You know, I wanted to review the game. I wanted to do Ryan and I were going to do a show on it, but literally we had a plan.
I remember.
We planned it out because we were going to do a spoiler cast. We both got somewhere on 30 hours into the game, literally sent each other almost at the exact same moment the DM that was like, this is not worth it. The story is generic. The story is not impressive. The settings in the game aren't great. There was a setting in the game that required you. So the way the game worked is if your kingdom ever got destroyed, which is through neglect and stuff like that, if your kingdom ever got destroyed, you would lose the game instantaneously, and that could just happen. They had to patch in. That's very nice, Jordan. They had to patch in an ability to disable your kingdom being destroyed because it was impossible to keep it from being destroyed. It was literally impossible to avoid that because the game was so broken with how that mode worked, and that was the only part I cared about. I cared about.
You sure you just weren't good?
No, like it was the most common thing on the Steam forums. People asking for them to add this feature in because it was borderline impossible on unless you were on the easiest difficulty to actually do it. And the Kingmaker stuff was what I was most excited for, and it was just so middling and so mediocre. Combat was fine, story was perfectly cromulent, but I just got to the point that I did not fucking
There were cromulents in this?
Is that a new enemy? Cromulents?
No, Eric Bana played him, I think.
Oh, right.
I'm done.
So moving on from my existence, Rob, biggest disappointment.
Oh, it's 76, hands down.
Yeah, we already talked about it, but yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we already beat that horse to death. Fallout 76
now start eating the leg.
It was a game that everyone was looking forward to, me included. And almost like some people that weren't already like hard into the Fallout series. It looked like kind of a jumping on point for some people even.
Right.
And then it just shit the bed horribly.
Yeah.
Both in like the game itself and like, as we already talked about, everything else handled around the game.
Right.
It was built up so hard, and I don't know a single fucking gamer out there that wasn't at some point driving, I'm not going to say to a job, but somewhere, and wasn't like humming or singing like Country Road.
Right.
Everyone.
Oh my God. My stream requested it for a week straight.
Well, my thing with that game was I did not give a shit about Fallout 76 prior to E3. Like, I didn't give a shit about it, right? Because I'm not a big Fallout person. I hate Fallout 3. I do not like it in the slightest.
It's strike 3. That's it. I'm on here.
All right,
I'm
dude.
out
See you
here.
later, man.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
I'll keep your beer.
I don't like it because it didn't appeal to me. And I was looking for the reason why I was looking for Oblivion.
Hold on.
But
Wait,
with
hold on.
Fall-
Did
okay.
you like Fallout 4?
So let me get to that. So I like it more than 3 because I think I played it at the right time in my life. Purely Jordan, I think I played it at a better time in my life where I was more forgiving. It has nothing to do with the quality.
I hate you
game.
so much.
I love you, buddy.
So much.
No, but I enjoyed Fallout 4 enough to the point that I at least played it more than 3. But frankly, I just don't think Fallout games in that engine appeal to me. I like the classic Fallout games. I just think more so. I just think the style of gameplay I like is when it comes to Bethesda style games is closer to the Elder Scrolls games. That's just
Kind of sounds like you just like Fallout with dads.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I mean, definitely the father son thing pulled me in. But that being said, 76 I had no interest in. Then they did E3, the Bethesda conference at E3, and suddenly after that I was like, cool, I'm gonna pre-order the Power Armor edition. I was so excited about it. And
So my issue is that it's not a Fallout game. It's also not a fucking survival game.
No.
And I am an old DayZ mod fanboy. Like, my first 1,000 hours in game was DayZ mod, without a doubt, 100%. I love that game to death. I hate the standalone. They all can go fuck themselves. They can just train it. I hate them. However, when it comes down to survival games, I'm thinking Rust to a lesser extent. I'm thinking that Vomit Fire that is always Ark. I'm thinking the old DayZ mod. I'm thinking H1 Just Survive, and then Fallout 76 shits the bed literally. I'm like, they marketed this as a fucking survival game. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Because that's what they were. They couldn't sell the Fallout fanboys, so they tried to sell people like me, and I was super fucking
And it
pissed.
fucking worked, didn't it?
No, I didn't buy it. No,
You didn't buy it? Oh.
I played a friend's demo. No, I hate it.
Nice.
Holy shit, I was so disappointed. Because I am a Fallout and survival fan, so I got literal just full erect when I heard of the game and saw the game. I was so excited, and then I tried it and I hated it. You want to know what's the better Fallout 76? Inferno Plus's mod Skyrim 76. Look up that video. It shows to a T how empty and broken Fallout 76 is, and playing that 2-hour demo, that 2-hour game mod for it was the best Fallout 76 experience I've ever had.
You know what looks like a better Fallout game though is that the
Outer World. We'll talk about it. No, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. It's on my list. Holy shit.
All right. Fair. Okay.
Hello, Obsidian. I missed you.
Okay. So we'll stick with this topic, I guess. We won't jump around. We'll keep some semblance of organization.
We've actually been relatively structured here. Actually, we've been saying this stuff reasonably well.
I just need to drink more.
Yeah. Yes.
My game is also a survival game.
Well, I was going to say, so my lead-in for this, Tony, my lead-in for yours was going to be the first Bites and Brews video I ever actually really got around to watching in its entirety.
Oh God.
Was your video on this game. And then I went back and realized the mistake I made and went back and just watched everything. Well, almost everything.
These guys are horrible.
But like, no.
They only play horrible games.
I love that fucking video because you can slowly watch Tony die in that video. And it's highly entertaining in the most awful fucking way ever.
God.
So, but
they're talking about Metal Gear Survive.
Yeah, so Tony, Metal Gear Survive was Tony's, which if Justin was here, would have probably been his as well.
Yeah.
So I love Metal Gear.
Yeah, we all should.
I love Metal Gear. Even Phantom Pain, like despite the ending, was a fantastic game. Yeah,
I played Phantom Pain.
I played it. Yeah, it was good. It was fun.
I played the shit out of that one. Yep.
Yeah, it was great. Metal Gear Solid 4 was a little long-winded, of course, but it still was a fun, solid experience. Kojima loves his cutscenes. It's cool. You know what? It's his shtick. I'm still going to play Death Stranding. Fuck it. I'm in for a story. This was just as Fallout 76 was not a Fallout game. This was absolutely not a Metal Gear game.
It was very clear where the line in the sand was at.
Right.
Was it spearing the zombies from top of a bunker and them not being able to get to you? Did that give it away?
You didn't even have to have the higher ground. You didn't even have to Obi-Wan them. All you had to do
back up slowly.
Backups, or you got the little fences that you can put up. You literally just place a fence in front of you and stab them in the face through the fence.
So bad. I watched Donkey's video and I was like, nope.
Oh my god. And the only stealth part about it was that the zombies couldn't fucking see in the first place, so you could just run around like a goddamn maniac and you were just stealth the whole time. It's a stealth action game because you can do stealth and action at the same time. It doesn't matter. Wacky. I just hated everything about it. It was terrible.
I'm so angry right now.
And then like it made perfect sense though, because as soon as Kojima left, Konami was revealed for the company that they were, which is a goddamn pachinko game making company. And they were just the only street cred, the only credibility, the only integrity that Konami had left when Konami. Now it's Konami because it's a fucking like mockery of what they used to be because Kojima left him. He was literally the thing that kept them even somewhat respectable.
He was done.
They're done. Yeah. And now he's doing his own thing and fucking hell yeah. You know, the only fucking I just hate the fact that we had to lose Silent Hills because of it.
Oh, fuck you. That should have been Blunder of the Year. I forgot about that.
And was it this year? Because it still stings.
It feels like yesterday.
Yeah, it feels like yesterday.
Well, the thing you have to remember. Wow, my desktop just did something weird. The thing you have to remember is with 2018. 2018's been 17 years long.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
I mean, that's like literally where we're at right now. Is that 2018 has just the year that never fucking ends. So. That was the best thing about it. Every award show we do every single year consists of usually about a week prior to the show. Everyone's just like, wait, what games came out this year? What films came out this year? I literally can't remember. 2018 was just literally like, I don't know what fucking what came out this decade. I don't
spin the fucking wheel.
Yeah. Did The Matrix come out? Is that a thing?
It's a whole fucking thing. So it's just like, you know what? Let's just pick our choices.
I've got multiple. I just realized I've got one more I'm adding to this one.
All right.
I've got 3.
All right. I'm interested and intrigued. No, Metal Gear Survive. No,
I got nothing else to say about it.
I watched Justin stream that shit show, and that was so unpleasant.
The voice acting was the most horrific thing I've ever heard.
Oh god, the cutscenes and
I would much rather play that fucking Japan bug game. Do you know what I'm talking about? The one where you're in a little mech suit fighting giant insects. I would much rather play that on full blast than Metal Gear Survive.
Earth.
Welcome to Earth.
Earth 20. Oh. Yeah, I think that's what it was, right?
I think it is. It looks great compared.
It's fun. It's stupid fun, yeah.
I'd rather turn my brain off and play that.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so let's speaking of whatever.
Earth Defense Force.
Defense Force.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thanks.
Okay, perfect.
Guys, you guys said Earth Defense Force, and simultaneously it froze all of Discord.
Yeah, Discord's shit in the bed. I'm noticing.
Oh, red, yellow.
Are we okay?
We're red. Oh, we're green again. All right, we're good.
We're fine. We're fine.
Yeah,
we're fine.
Cool.
We're back to life. Cool. We're back.
Way
to
to go, Discord.
All right, Jordan, what's yours?
Warforce is really fun.
It is.
Okay, so we talked about Diablo Immortal is fucking garbage. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Diablo 3 had no replay value. I'm tired of it. They could have done something amazing and said, here's Diablo 4 fixed. Here is everything the fanboys wanted. Here is the original formula. And here's a little bit of PoE because we're learning about the industry that's whooping our ass senseless right now.
Do you mean create Diablo 4 and call it Diablo 3 fixed? You said Diablo 4 fixed. You mean like Diablo 3 fixed, yeah?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying it's an improved version of Diablo 3. Yeah, exactly. An improved version of Diablo 3. I would much rather have had that. So Diablo Immortal's stupid. No one is going to play it. It's going to overheat a shit ton of phones. And I can't wait to see people like with the Fortnite mobile to buy expensive phones just to play a fucking app. Fuck the people that leaked Kingdom Hearts 3.
Mm-hmm.
That pisses me off on a core level.
I love their response to it, though.
Oh, what did they say? Because I missed it.
So, oh my god, I can't remember his name, but the creative director,
Tetsuya Nomura.
Yeah. Right. It was in a tweet or a press release or something, and his wording was so like just subtly like hostile.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He seriously was fucking the Taken. It was Taken, but
Liam
like
Neeson.
He was Liam Neeson.
He was Liam Neeson from Taken. It was just the wording was still really like PR like friendly, but it was one of these things where like I fucking know who did it. and I'm coming for you. Like,
Oh, so
it was like straight up threat.
Uh-huh.
It was a mob. It was a mob threat.
Yep.
Oh, it was so good. I loved it.
My favorite comment after the Kingdom Hearts 3 leak was somebody said, I forget who it was. It might have been Will Powers, but somebody said, you know what? They should just delay Kingdom Hearts 3 for another year or two just to fucking spite people after that bullshit and change the entire plot.
Oh my god, do what fucking who's the amazing director that had his entire he had Hateful Eight that got leaked?
Quentin?
The guy that did Quentin Tarantino had one of his movies leaked and he said, fuck you guys, we're not releasing it then.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
gonna become a book or a fucking Broadway play because he
Yeah, no, he's a spiteful fucking
that's a perfect fucking response.
Yeah. I forgot about this. DJ B Metal, he said that Square Enix they're going to actually lock the ending of the game for a period of time. So the ending of the game is actually going to be like like an update.
Okay.
It's not going to be physically on the disc.
Thank God.
Like you actually have to wait until so essentially no matter how quickly you play the game, like
you don't get
you
it's not
cannot
really
finish
the
the game.
ending.
That's fine.
It's not really just a quick asterisk.
Well, they're going to do a day one patch. They'll do a day one patch and release it.
Right, but it's not the actual ending of the game.
Yeah.
It's like the
secret
the
endings.
epilogue, like the stinger.
Well,
like,
the term for Kingdom Hearts is secret. Remember, I named my second kid Sora. I know Kingdom Hearts. So
Do you know the browser game that apparently is completely relevant to the fucking story? And I need to go develop my time in Chrome and go waste my fucking life to figure out what the fuck's going on?
are you talking about the mobile game, not the browser game?
No, the browser game is relevant to the story.
I forgot. I thought they were one and the same.
No, I'm glad I've ruined your night.
Whatever. I don't give enough of a shit about
You
it.
did that
I'm
with
just
your
letting you know.
presence.
I know Kingdom Hearts. Wait, there's a browser game?
I'm looking it up right now because I'm really
God.
curious.
Where to God? I'm sorry to do
Show's
this.
over.
we're measuring nerd dicks now.
Anyways.
No, mine's smaller.
Yeah,
Anyways,
Union X. Union X is the phone game.
Oh, Mixer broke? Hey, are we still good?
Oh, are we still live?
For Sen at least.
I can retract, but there's no stream.
Oh, it's back. Okay, no, it's
Okay,
back.
cool.
We're good.
Okay, so there was a third one that I really wanted to talk about.
But you didn't write it down.
I didn't. Holy shit!
Sorry, it
I
wasn't on the
should've.
doc.
Yeah.
Sorry, we can't talk about it.
It started
Legally
leaking out
binding.
of my head. It started leaking out of my head. Oh
and you
shit!
can't remember it, so it must not have been that important.
We're gonna
Yeah.
finish the show. I'm gonna be halfway through the fucking outro.
Oh, I remember.
And then
Yeah.
Jordan's just gonna yell, "Holy shit!" Oh my god!
I think there was a blunder, or rather, a disappointment of the year. Is I think this is fair to bring up. Azeroth,
Okay.
Battle for Azeroth.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Damn, I was hyped. Damn, I was in again. I quit for 3 years, and everything about. Excuse you, Rob. I could see you mouthing.
we don't have anything to say about.
We have no
this.
race in this horse. Yeah.
Got
Just
it.
gonna
Okay.
talk amongst
Making sure.
ourselves.
Okay.
Just
So
talking French.
maybe. Cool. No problem. Okay. So I was hyped for it because it was finally leading to a point in the story in which every one of us OG WoW people were fucking excited for. I
Mhm.
might have almost all the collector's edition sitting next to me, so I was excited and I was in. And I just feel like it's fell short. It didn't close out. They didn't do anything too crazy. They didn't do anything to really stretch or change or do something amazing. I just feel like it's just, oh wow, they made a WoW expansion that, yeah, it held my attention for a month, and it's just disappointing because I'm tired of giving them my money and going from there. So I think that was just something to say that was a personal disappointment for me. What is that? Spicy ramen? I'm hungry now. Are we going for ramen after this? Aha! I got
I'm
someone.
down.
I'm listening.
Anyways.
I'm listening.
So, anyways, that was a personal disappointment for me.
No, that's a good one. That's a good one. I'd be curious if Brad was here as well, what he would say, because Brad is our WoW person. Like he's our. WoW
he'd say I'm
Especially
wrong
not-
because he's still playing it.
You never know. He's not opposed to speaking ill of his god.
But if you take the nostalgia glasses off, it's just blah.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yep.
I don't even know where to begin with what I'm looking at here. I'm not even.
God. My list is short. I'll start.
All right. What's up? For most anticipated game of the year. I don't know if I'm going to read all mine off, but
I've got three.
All right, Jordan, go ahead.
Devil May Cry 5. Holy shit, I'm so in. I love not DMC. We're gonna ignore DMC. That was an aborted child that was kind of cool, but too edgy. It was too edgy. They tried too hard. It was way too hard of a
We're still on
try.
that anime.
Oh my god, Anyways, Devil May Cry 5 is exciting because I love the fact that they're continuing that story that I grew up on with the original, and I can just keep playing it and loving it, and just having a demon murdering blood orgy in my room with the lights off and just enjoy Dante.
And then play Devil May Cry.
And then enjoy how Nero has kind of grown as an own individual character in the world.
Do you actually? Do you actually like give a shit about Nero? Because I kind of don't.
I kind of do because he's older now, so we're gonna hopefully know a little bit more about him, other than just being the bastard child of Sparta. Apparently, spoilers. That was Dante. That's fucking all of them. Anyways,
no, Sparta's fucking all of them, which is why he got so many bastard children.
He's like Zeus.
Yeah.
And then Anthem. I want Anthem to be good so bad, just like I wanted The Division to be good. And I will.
It's not. I'm sorry.
Shut up. Stop.
Right, it's
stop.
not going to be
stop.
good.
It's going to be the Division with Iron Man like fighting.
It's going to be the Division with Destiny.
Look, Jordan, I'm a BioWare. I am a BioWare fanboy. Okay, I will call myself a BioWare fanboy. I'm more than happy to. I will excuse BioWare for a lot more than I'll excuse almost any other studio for. I love BioWare games. I am desperate for Anthem to be good.
Yeah, me
it's
too.
not gonna be good.
I want it to be so bad because I love the concept of free roaming Iron Man.
I agree with you, but everything. So unless something changed, the last thing I heard about the game is the story is only 5 hours long.
Yeah,
and also there's no banging.
No banging.
There's
so Sparta's not in it.
Yeah.
I also heard they just don't know what they want to be. I heard that now the game itself is having a major identity crisis in setting itself apart to something that is worthwhile because this is a AAA studio that is producing a game that could potentially bankrupt a AAA studio. I mean, let's just be fucking blunt about this. This game has voice acting, rigging, it has everything. It looks great. It looks polished from demo, and it's like the amount of money they've put into this, and if they bomb it,
I agree with you, Jordan.
And they have to add a battle royale mode.
The same thing was said though about with BioWare with the Old Republic. The Old Republic, they sunk an insane amount of money into voice acting and stuff like that. They were like, if this game doesn't look like it's going to be as good as people think it's going to be, which it wasn't, and the game is going to bomb and whatnot, and the game is still going not strong but relatively strong and has actually made money over the years. So the fact is Anthem's going to make money. I don't think it's going to be the straw that breaks BioWare's back, but EA wants their own games as a service, and they've chosen BioWare for some odd reason as the company to make their games as a service, the company that literally has the least to do with that style thing imaginable. And
I need EA, Ubisoft, and Activision to be fired out of a cannon and gone. I'm tired of them. I am so disgusted with all three of the organizations. Did you hear that Blizzard is dumping employees since this Activision merger?
Yep.
It's like,
absolutely.
Oh my God. What the fuck has happened to my love? Which was, that was my first love. So
Blizzard isn't Blizzard anymore. I'm sorry, man.
I know.
They're not Blizzard anymore.
I made a tweet that kind of, it went micro viral where it's like when they announced that Black Ops was going to be part of Battle.net. I put a post out there just saying, seeing Blizzard tweet anything COD is just disappointing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the nature.
And that's it.
No, I mean, it's true, but that's the nature also of business. I mean, the fact of the matter is the game industry, here's the thing. The game industry, people still continue to forget this. The game industry is one of the newest industries there really is in entertainment. As far as major industries, the film industry itself has only been around really for 100 years. TV industry.
Yeah, but the gaming industry now is big enough to rival film industry, which is amazing.
It grew faster. That's the thing, is it grew faster than any other previous industry, and in part because it came around with the birth of the internet and is intrinsically linked. If the film industry or the TV industry had came around at the same time as the internet was born, it probably would have grown as rapidly, if not faster, as well. Like, you have to take into account. So the fact of the matter is, the game industry is young, so people have these things where, like, Nintendo was always this in my mind, Blizzard's always this in my mind, BioWare's always this in my mind, picking just random companies here. But people forget the fact of the matter is that a lot of these companies have not been around that long in the grand scheme of things. So it's like TV. NBC was one thing, and now NBC is a totally different thing. ABC's one thing.
MTV.
MTV.
Fox is now everything.
Fox is now everything, and
Disney's now everything.
Disney, you're right. I'm
Fox
sorry.
and Disney
owns
are
Fox
everything,
now.
Yeah,
and both are
true.
evil in totally different ways.
All right,
Yeah, so great. We have something to look forward to. We have something. We get to watch the gaming industry mature and find new ways to fuck us.
And find new ways to get a
wait till Disney acquires something.
Yeah. The fact that hasn't really happened yet, well, because Disney was so hardcore. Well, Disney was so hardcore in the game industry with Epic making it.
I know.
Stuff, and then they just fucked up so royally in the game industry that they're just like, we're out. But they're going to come back in the next 5 to 10 years and buy some major company.
Yeah. And then my last, I'm truly hyped for this. Yeah, The Outer Worlds.
Yeah, it looks real good.
Holy shit.
That trailer was amazing.
I loved in the trailer that they said from the creators of New Vegas. And
Right.
that was just a quick stab in the face to say, we are not Bethesda.
Well, I mean, that entire...
We made the good games, guys.
The entire trailer for that game was throwing shade, the trailer. It was fuck you, Bethesda, the trailer. Was essentially what that boiled down to.
I'm pretty sure Samsung did their trailer for them.
I'm
They
really
hired Samsung's
surprised.
marketing crew.
I'm really surprised they haven't, Bethesda hasn't tried to make them pull the plug yet.
Nah, because the fact is, if they had them pull the plug, it would be proving a point. That essentially would be the same thing as when you're raising a kid. The any attention's bad attention kind of mindset.
I remembered.
What's that?
Biggest disappointment. This will be quick. Dark Souls Remastered.
Really?
Yeah, just go buy the mod pack that makes Dark Souls pretty.
Fair enough.
Same game. Anyways, moving forward.
Well, doubling back, so going back to Outer Worlds, my favorite thing about that is essentially we are getting from the people responsible for one of the most popular, beloved Fallout games. They are making, and some of the most beloved RPGs ever. They are making a Mass Effect meets Borderlands meets their own style of RPG. As long as that studio doesn't fucking self-implode, because Obsidian has a lot of issues on the business level, that game really is going to have to fuck up royally to not be good.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Fallout, but not with as much as I understand why they did it. It gave them a unique style, but the whole 50s vibe, I was just kind of getting sick of, and now I feel like, the fucking, they took the handcuffs off. The beast has been unchained. They can do whatever the fuck they want now. They're not stuck to a specific theme. They can take it and they can just run with it. And I'm excited to see what comes from that.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see what the game is. If not for all the other stuff that was fucking announced, I just remembered stuff as well. All the other stuff that was announced at the Game Awards, I would seriously have put that very high up on my list.
Josh, stop adding to your list. It's already too long.
I'm not reading all these off. Don't worry.
He says as he starts deleting it again.
No, that's me. I'm fixing a mistake.
No,
I'm fixing a mistake.
Jordan stuff. I hate my brain works now. So I'm actually I'm gonna delete this one off because I don't give a shit. I
like that one.
No, put that back. That was a good one.
I don't believe it's coming. So for mine, okay, I had Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order on here. I don't believe that the game is fucking coming in 2019 under any remote level. It's not. So I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't think either of mine are.
It's gonna happen.
I don't think half of. I don't.
Days Gone, Mike.
I think Rob's will come here. So, just quick thing, just going through really quickly. I'm just gonna go through a couple. Kingdom Hearts 3. My anticipated purely. I have a kid named Sora. Come on, it's gonna be my anticipated.
Yeah,
however, I played it as PAX West. I hated it at PAX West. I hated what I played. I thought it was absolute fucking garbage. I've talked about it.
What about it? How the gameplay or what?
I just thought it was mediocre. It just, I just thought. And by the way, Unreal, thank you. Congratulations on the 7th annual show.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much, Will. But that being said, it was just a case of it just felt like, so every Kingdom Hearts game has improved on the last, including the mobile games. Birth by Sleep was a better 2. 3DS was a better Birth by Sleep. This game felt like somewhere before Kingdom Hearts 2 combat. It felt sluggish, it felt hard, it felt slow. And Kingdom Hearts, is not like a combat amazing thing. It's just yeah. But at the same time, I also love the Kingdom Hearts lore, so I'm excited, but I'm reticent about what's coming.
Okay.
I feel the same way about Psychonauts 2. It's been so long since the last game. I'm excited, but it's Psychonauts 2. It's gonna be good or it's not gonna be good. I'm excited about a visual novel coming out, Arcade Spirits. I'm mostly shouting it out because one of my friends wrote the game, and I just fucking love dating sims and stuff like that.
That's cheating.
It's cheating. Mortal Kombat. Go ahead.
Tell me more about Arcade Spirits.
Arcade Spirits is a dating sim that takes place in an arcade. It's a lot of amazing voice actors in it. It's an arcade in the year 20XX. And yeah, I played it at DreamHack Austin and at PAX West. And yeah, it's if you like visual novels and dating sims, it's a nice hybrid combination of both.
It was one I thought I was looking at one on my wish list that kind of sounded like that, but the one that I'm thinking of is called After Party.
Yeah, never mind.
Don't know that one.
So it's a dating sim visual novel?
Yeah, I mean, all dating sims are visual novels kind of thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't that kind of redundant?
Well, it's essentially, there's visual novels. There's visual novels where you're not banging. You know, there's there are visual novels where you're not banging, but there's no games. There's no games where you're banging when they're not visual novels. Let's be clear. It's it's that old high school.
So it's not The Witcher.
So useless, you mean? So
hey.
They don't need to exist, is what you're telling me?
Whatever. So speaking of banging, but in a totally this segue doesn't work at all. My other one was Mortal Kombat 11.
Yes. Speaking of banging,
I'm gonna bang someone's head against the wall.
Say about Ed Boon.
That guy fucks.
Yeah, no question about it.
He's got a kid. No, he's got a kid.
He categorically, historically fucks. Mortal Kombat 11. Look, I'm a Mortal Kombat lore fanatic. If I can't sleep at night, I will literally pull up sometimes the Wikipedia on Mortal Kombat and read about characters. Like, I named my Eevee in Pokemon Let's Go Ermac. Like,
and my first child is named Lou. So
nah, definitely not. Though I did consider some Mortal Kombat names at one point or another. But no, I love the Mortal Kombat series. I enjoy the combat. I enjoy everything about it. I enjoy the story.
Yeah, we have the same fucking headphones, Tony.
You're cutting out, Josh. Get closer to your mic.
Oh,
I'm literally on my mic.
Noise gate.
Oh, okay.
Your noise gate keeps fucking you.
I don't have a noise gate.
Oh, well, Discord's fucking you.
Yeah, no, that's just Discord then.
Ed Boon is fucking you.
Ed Boon is fucking me. Finally, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
No, hold on. Back to Mortal Kombat.
Hold on, we gotta talk about Mortal Kombat. Hold on.
I would much rather hear about Mortal Kombat.
I have one caveat.
Okay.
I have one caveat.
I also have one.
Okay, my caveat is Smoke better be in the fucking game. All right?
Smoke is my love. Smoke is the love of my life.
And not as a fucking third Triborg stupid no, Smoke better be in the fucking game.
Yeah. No, I want Smoke. I was about to say his real name, but then I remembered I don't know his name, so I almost said Dave Smoke.
And Nenra or whatever.
Steven Smoke.
Right.
So I think it's actually Senator
Senator Smoke. Oh, Snoke.
I hate. You can hear my anger.
Grinny, by the way, saying I'm naming my firstborn son Raiden. So that's
Raiden. Everyone's gonna think you're a Metal Gear fan.
That's Raiden.
Gear. No, everyone's gonna pronounce it as Raiden if they're smart.
Yeah.
I hate the songs that they keep putting to these trailers.
I hate it.
It's terrible.
Fucking
when I think
awful.
Mortal Kombat, I don't think trap music.
Or and it's just the fighting game community specifically. Like if you look at a lot of the fighting game trailers, there's a lot of that style of music, and it just doesn't fit ever.
That or anime.
Beating the absolute shit out of someone to death with their own spine doesn't scream like
So, by the way, Unreal in chat is saying Tomas Vrabada is the name of Smoke, which I did not know that offhand.
Yeah,
Tomas.
He called himself Nenra though, which is like a smoke spirit in like actual lore.
They sing that song that you like.
No, that's Enigma.
Oh.
But
Enya?
No, Enigma.
That's what I think.
Enigma. Fantastic song.
What's the Enya song? Sail Away?
Sail Away. No, Sail Away and Only Time.
Only
Is
Time.
the Enya songs. Sorry, I have a fantastic taste in music. Anyways. Return to Innocence. Yes, Grinny. But yeah, no, in Mortal Kombat 11, no, I'm sorry, in Mortal Kombat 10, He showed up
X.
X as Enenra, essentially, which is like when he got, when everybody was getting like taken over by Quan Chi's like sorcery powers and stuff like that, and they all got turned evil. His evil form was Enenra. So I'll even settle for Enenra, but I just want him to be his own character. That's it. That's all I want.
I don't want Noob Smoke. I don't want anything special. Smoke has been my favorite since Smoke was an Easter egg character when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
He's been my favorite because he was silver / gray, depending, he was that.
So he was edgy. He was the edgy snake.
He was edgy Sub-Zero is what he was. He was edgelord Sub-Zero. There's no question about it, and I'm all fucking about it. Yeah. And then Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, I have nothing to say. That was just the big shock of the Game Awards.
Ultimate Alliance?
Yeah, I'm excited about it beyond belief. I love
the biggest like shocker though, Nintendo Switch exclusive, really? Like
that is a beyond shocker.
That is a jab to the fan base saying, "Hey, buy Smash Bros."
Right.
I'm cool with that.
Also, Odyssey and Breath of the Wild is here too.
Yep.
Right.
Whatever.
I mean, I'm still gonna play it. Like, I'm still gonna play it, but I was expecting to play it on my PlayStation. I'm gonna be honest. I was expecting to play it on my PlayStation.
You have to wait because I'm playing on this fucking Switch.
Yeah, sure.
I'll
fucking buy another Switch.
Josh, more of your long ass list.
I know. I'm
Josh, do you have a 13th favorite?
Only the 7. I only have 7.
It's your show, Josh. It's okay.
Yeah, the most anticipated is easily the one that you could just go the most because what my favorite thing with the most anticipated list is every year I'll say my most anticipated games, and almost every single time I don't either end up playing any of the games on my most anticipated list, or I end up hating what's on my most anticipated list,
or they don't come out next year.
That's
I mean, MK11 is definitely coming out next year.
Yeah, no, that's a given. MK11 will come out. Kingdom Hearts 3 will come out. Arcade Spirits will come out. The rest I can shrug at.
Who's the next relative you think you're going to get for Mortal Kombat?
The next relative?
Yeah, because we got like brothers and sisters in Mortal Kombat X that were introduced.
Okay.
Who's the next relative that's coming?
The drunk uncle. It's all drunk uncles.
Goro's drunk uncle.
Goro's mom.
Goro's mom. No. Goro's mom and Shang Tsung's drunk uncle, Charlie Shang.
Isn't Bo Rai Cho essentially just everyone's drunk uncle?
Yes, actually, that is very accurate.
Start saying drunkle.
Drunkle Bo Rai Cho.
Oh God, Christ.
Let's move on to. Let's go down the list. Tony.
Oh right. So I got 2 of them.
Gritty, I'll do that for you if they don't.
Oh, we will.
I demand that one of you plays the story mode.
We'll play each other.
No, I will absolutely play the story mode because Mortal Kombat campaigns have been fucking on point.
Yeah, I would like to sit in on that as scheduling allows.
Oh man, that'd be fantastic. Oh, and just NetherRealm Studios in like period because their Injustice campaigns are amazing.
Is fantastic.
Yeah.
Favorite Superman Shazam exchanges ever.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I mean, a caveat to that, I know it's a different studio, but even Marvel vs. Capcom 3's, the latest one rather, their story mode wasn't bad. It was very entertaining, very interesting. I love the CG work. So I don't know. Pass.
I completely gave up on Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I played it at E3 and it just looked fucking terrible. And I was I'm not going to play it.
You got 30 chain combo and just said, fuck this amount. By a 12-year-old boy.
What is this? It's a fucking Magneto? God damn it. No, I'm done with this.
Anyways.
Yeah, so game number 1, a Ghost of Tsushima looks amazing because it looks like an Onimusha game.
Tenchu.
No, Tenchu is Sekiro.
Oh yeah.
It looks like another Onimusha game, obviously without the demons and stuff like that. But I'm always an action adventure kind of guy, and I love when you take action adventure in a unique direction. And this doesn't seem like, if you saw like the gameplay, and there's like, the kind of 1 versus like 5 guys kind of style where you kind of have to go like overpowered and press a bunch of buttons and do like the Batman Arkham Asylum like fighting style and stuff like that. But then before you even got to that point, there was just like the him versus 2 guys, and it was just that perfect like almost like Coyote Western style, just like draw like standoff. And I feel like that's going to be a huge implementation into the game. And I'm all about that because you don't see that a lot in action adventure games. Action adventure games are mostly just like go, or they're stealth based. And I think you're getting a little bit of both. Granted, Batman, the Arkham series has already kind of done that. But I feel like this is doing that same thing, but like you said, same, but different. And I love the setting. I love feudal Japan. Anything you set in feudal Japan, I will absolutely play.
Batman.
Ninja Batman. It really is Ninja Batman.
Did you ever see it?
The anime? No, I want to though. It looks really good.
It was getting discussed earlier in chat.
Oh, fair. But yeah, so I'm all about that just because I feel like it's a super unique approach to a genre that's been completely oversaturated. And I'm all about that. I'm all about that, like just fucking stare down 10-second, just like duel, and then just like the shing. Like that shit's just.
Did you ever see Bunraku?
Yes.
Oh my God, yes.
That's all I have to say.
That right now.
I'm going AFK for one moment, by the way. Continue among yourselves.
Okay,
Talk
cool.
amongst yourselves.
Let's talk about Bunraku.
Oh my God, please! I can talk about that all day long. Holy shit, that movie is amazing.
It really is.
Go watch it. It's
No, you absolutely should, guys. It is the perfect blend of like Western and Eastern. Like, it's.
I wish we could take over the stream and just. I wish we could just take over the stream and run the fucking trailer right now.
Yeah, can we put the trailer up?
It's a world where it's like your guns are all gone, so it's just the most beautiful fighting I've ever seen. Like, who's the main character?
Josh
Hartnett. Yeah.
I thought he was gone, but watching him with just like God's fist on his side, just laying out everyone is just amazing. And then Woody Harrelson's in it, and Woody Harrelson makes everything better.
And Ron Perlman.
Oh, Ron Perlman was a treat because
Granny, you need to see this movie.
Yeah.
You need to see this
visually,
movie.
it's a fucking
beautiful.
Fuck that visually, narratively, it's
groin-grabbingly good.
It's so beautifully like spoken. Like I can't think of a movie that compares in the genre.
I'm sorry, I'm not like fucking vape life, dude. I don't do this because it's a lifestyle. I do it because I get fucking anxiety. Fuck off.
Just do it.
But yeah, so
Vape
Nation. But yeah, so the other game that I'm really super excited for, and you probably sort of could have saw this coming if you know anything about me, is Doom Eternal. Because the 2016 Doom remake is the best fucking game ever made ever. And I'm sorry, I get tense. But yeah, especially when we're talking about Doom, because that game was so good. Like
Tony waited 7.5 hours of E3 just to play Doom VR.
Yes, I did. VFR, which was worth it because the demo was on an Oculus Rift, and or was it a Vive? I think it was a Vive.
You played on a Vive.
Yeah, I played on a Vive, which was perfect for Doom VFR because of the control schemes and everything made sense. And then we bought it for PS4, PSVR, and the control schemes were terrible, and it was terrible. It was very disappointing. Yeah. But I've always been a Doom fan. I love like all the new like ways that you can play Doom. They're making a Doomba, which is we talked about this last night, Josh.
A Doom Roomba?
So it's a Roomba. You know how Roomba does like, it maps out your house, so it knows how to like clean your floor properly. Somebody took that, that essentially that idea, and with all the mapping that the Roomba does, you can take that visual mapping and you can create a Doom level based on the visual mapping that the Roomba does. So you can essentially make custom Doom levels that looks like your apartment or your house or whatever it is.
That's pretty great.
Yeah, you could check out the Tony and I talked about that last night on the catch-alls he mentioned.
Yeah, so that's awesome. And
his
the remake
forehead is a beacon for all. It's the beacon of Gondor.
Dude Eternal. Yes.
Light the foreheads of Gondor.
I feel like it's the perfect like contrast to everything else that FPSs are doing, and it needs to be done because all these modern FPSs have all these gimmicks, and it's
Doom doesn't have any gimmicks.
No, but they have their own gimmicks, and they were the ones that fucking originated it, man. You can't call it a gimmick if they were the OGs. They were the original gimmicks.
It's gonna be just another Doom game.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. But they entered. They added. What the fuck do you call it?
That sword.
No, that's not. The sword looks amazing, and the shotgun with the fucking grappling hook. Are you kidding me, dude? Like, okay. Anyway,
why does a shotgun need a grappling?
Because it reels them in close range, and then you can blow off their fucking face. You have 40
other guns in your imaginary backpack.
Yeah, but the shotgun's the best gun.
I mean, I'm all in for a shotgun that has a grappling hook and also has a battle axe. Like, let's just go all out,
right?
And just
why not put the grappling hook on the battle axe then? That's melee range.
Well, because why not also be able to fucking shoot people? This is not rocket. This is not rocket surgery.
You tell me you telling me you weren't obsessed with the gun blade when Final Fantasy VIII came out?
Yeah, the gun blade was amazing.
Different kind of hype though.
Squall still holds a very special place in my heart.
No, but the mode that I'm trying to think of, I can't remember the name, but it's essentially where you can invade somebody else's Doom game and you can play the demons and the creatures throughout their campaign. You know how they do in Dark Souls, where you can invade somebody's like Dark Souls game.
Not as like a monster enemy.
No,
that sounds like they took help me.
Fable.
No,
Demon Souls.
that, but also no. It's a zombie game. Help me out here.
Metal Gear Survive.
God,
Zombie game.
No, 4-person zombie shooter. That name is
Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead.
Thank you. Left 4 Dead's 2 mode where
Yeah.
you could play enemies like the unique and specials. I don't know. It kind of sounds like a gimmick of that.
It is, but you can just essentially do
But
it
this
like
is Doom.
right.
Oh, it's Doom. Doom has its own gimmicks. It's its own thing. It's its own thing.
It
Sorry.
looks fun. It's not the only reason why I'm excited about it, but
No,
like
it looks great.
Yeah,
Evolve, dude. Evolve was super fun.
Yeah, Evolve was good. It didn't get enough attention.
It didn't get
but-
traction it needed.
No. Stop. Evolve wasn't good because they didn't release a game to you. They sold you a marketplace. I am
Arguable.
sorry. Do not.
That's the most fun I've had in a marketplace since.
It's like the game
Rock
itself
Band,
should have
since
released
Fries.
all of that garbage with it, and the game would have landed correctly.
Mm.
This is my opinion. Or launch free to play and then have all the purchasables. But I should not be expected to pay $160 for a full game.
I just love right now.
Destiny would beg to differ.
I just love right now. Unreal saying is Jordan Kevin Smith's scuffed stepbrother. I don't even know where to fucking begin with that one.
I'll take it. I'll fucking take it, bro.
There's worse things to be called.
100%. I've been called worse.
That's it for me. Those are my 2. I had a bunch
No,
of
it's
other
good
ones,
choices.
but I used the same logic that you guys did, or that Josh did, where
We
like
know
this
it
game
now.
isn't coming out this year.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to even talk about it.
But like that's the thing is, I we never know what games are coming out when, so it's just like
Right.
this is a category because I know this category will get the most conversation more than anything else.
I don't know. Hate gets a lot of conversation out of us.
Yeah, it does.
The
Yeah,
hate-
well, everything just you can just we are the salt bays of hate. You just put any topic in front of us, and we're just gonna
shit all over it.
Yeah.
all day.
I definitely did pick the 3 saltiest co-hosts for this.
hate bay.
Hate
This is
Bay.
hate bay.
Hate,
This is the Hate Bay show.
Everybody hate.
Hate.
Also, can we move the show to Twitch? Yes.
Hey guys,
Do I need-
so Jordan, remember the person I told you I had a meeting with earlier?
Oh, is that him?
Yeah, that's him.
Unreal. I stream on Twitch. Literally, my name is
We all do.
Yeah, we're Twitch streamers.
literally all of us, with the exception of this motherfucker. Wait, this motherfucker.
He's that way.
Yeah, you should hit him up. Okay. It came from Mixer. Anyway, so Rob, have we talked about yours yet? Because I peed for a really long time.
No, we haven't
No.
gotten it yet.
No, Tony was talking and he just doesn't stop until somebody
Hey,
stops.
half that conversation was about Bunraku. You shut your goddamn mouth.
God, Barack is such a good movie. Can we just have a podcast just about movies like that, please?
Sonraku cast.
Bunraku cast.
Content
Speaking of
Calibrating
things
presents
that
Bunraku Cast.
probably aren't coming out in 2019.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw it happen in chat from someone, I don't remember who. My most
Unreal brought it
anticipated
up.
game, is Cyberpunk 2077.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
Hands
I
down.
agree. I agree.
Can't fucking wait
Fuck.
for that game. I
I'm
don't
still
think it's
ready.
going to come out in 2019.
It's not.
If it does, it's going to be fucking
Ugh.
far into Q4 2019.
It'll be December 31st if it's coming out in 2019.
It will be the game everybody will be playing instead of celebrating the holidays.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
That's one that I'm calling off for like 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah,
to
I'm using
play.
all my vacation time. I'm not going.
It
to
looks-
I'm just gonna play.
It looks so good. Like, holy fuck.
I've been
Yeah.
writing that synth wave for so long, and then for this to come out, like
Yep.
I'm already a Witcher fanboy, so
Yep.
CD Projekt Red could like shit in a box, put a sticker on it, and I'd buy it. I'd pre-order it.
Oh my god. I just hope it doesn't come out in 2027.
No, the game.
2077.
The game is either coming out late next year or March 2020. I'm gonna go say that right now. It's gonna come out
Yeah.
sometime between October of 2019 and March of 2020. That's my personal belief. That's based almost on nothing, but I feel that way.
Based on nothing other than I like those numbers.
They found, like just based on release schedules and stuff like that, and based on where I've seen the game and stuff like that. I have the statue they gave away at E3 sitting in my room.
Nice.
That we're gonna have to do a giveaway.
Rob,
for.
I know where he lives. I know where he lives. No, I got you already.
All right, we're good.
I'm probably
We'll
doing a
split
giveaway.
I'll bring the confetti cannons.
Unreal.
We'll split custody.
Unreal. We talked Anthem during the earlier on with Jordan's most anticipated game.
All of us are super excited. We're all very concerned because it looks like it looks like what we want it to be, which means it won't be that.
Yeah, no, exactly. But as far as Cyberpunk goes, I'm excited. As a person who, I'm just gonna be honest, the only Witcher experience I have is about 20 to 25 hours of the original Witcher. Witcher 3 I have owned since the moment I could own it.
Good. Fucking play it.
Well, it's again, it came out around the time, I think, if I'm right, Roaring was 6 months old when it came out. Finding time for long form RPGs.
You could just
rough.
wait for the Netflix series.
Right.
I will wait for Henry
That
Cavill.
hurt me so much.
No, it's okay, man. It's okay.
I made myself sad.
Hey, Henry Cavill's a good actor.
Cavill.
Whatever.
I think we said
He looks like Legolas.
we did 3 different pronunciations of his name, all in the span of a 1 minute.
Cavill.
Cavill, and
Yeah.
Cavill.
Superman.
Right.
Super duper man.
Sorry, Unreal. We already talked about Anthem.
They just said that.
Yeah, we've already. Yeah, no, that's
Just
already.
don't read chat. Don't worry about that.
Chat's silly. Don't ever worry about chat. We got chat for you.
Speaking of other things that probably
Chat-
aren't going to be out in
Chat is mother,
2019.
chat is father. Yeah, what else is coming out 2019 or not?
Days Gone is another one that's on my list.
You don't think it's going to come out this year or next year?
That's coming out before Cyberpunk.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know, man. I'm so hyped for biker zombie madness.
Yeah.
And like 28 weeks later, zombies.
Yeah.
I'm stoked for that.
It looks fun. I mean, again, it's another game that I for some reason am adding the name Dave to. I keep thinking the game is Dave's Gone, and I'm totally also in for that.
Dave's gone.
Dave's Gone.
Dave's not here, man.
No, he's not here. So.
It's just a swarm of Dave Thomases just like running after you. Just
I
like,
would
with,
play
like,
that.
The guy from Wendy's?
Yeah, the
Yes.
Wendy's guy.
I'm in. That sounds great.
Yeah, no,
Would you-
I'm 100% would play that.
Yeah. Would you
But
prefer
no.
a different Dave?
Who put that in chat? Was that Jordan?
What?
That Wancher, I'm going to call him.
What? You're welcome. Yes. Give you all the giggles tonight. Just keep going.
Moving on.
Professionals.
We did not discuss Sekiro.
No, that was on
No.
Tony's list, but he deleted it.
Well, because you told me you like
Because I said
hyped it
Josh
down.
had 15 and you weren't allowed to do the same thing.
Well, I wanted to.
Everyone can have as many as we want.
It's Josh's show. Damn it.
Tony, do you want to talk about Sekiro? Go ahead.
Just real quick, so I'm into Sekiro
Tenchu.
because it's Tenchu. It's essentially Tenchu. Like what I've seen from it is it's a new age Tenchu with obviously a little bit of Dark Souls mixed in because it's from from
A
software.
little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling him. He's like, it looks like Tenchu. And I'm like, dude, you're going to be pissed when this is Samurai Dark Souls.
I like the Tenchu elements. It seems more stealthier than your standard Dark Souls game. There seems like
Sekiro is Shadows Die Twice.
Shadows Die Twice. It's the new From Software game that's coming out, and it looks good. I'm into it. Like I didn't hate Dark Souls. I actually enjoyed the game, but
You didn't? Did you see our video?
listen. It's fucking hard, and it angers me.
And you said it's not fun because of that.
I mean,
That's what you
maybe
said.
it was in the heat of the moment.
Play back the footage.
So you definitely didn't play Dark Souls. You got it.
No, I played Dark Souls 3 the most, and I played Bloodborne, and I loved Bloodborne. Bloodborne was super
Okay.
fun. Yeah, I have it on my PS4. It's fantastic. I like it. Yeah, and the reason why I like Bloodborne is because it's more like quick ninja dodgy stuff as opposed to Dark Souls, which is more just kind of like, well, Dark Souls 3 kind of added more dexterity.
Yeah, there's no dodging in Dark Souls.
No, it's all just sword and board, and that just gets kind of old for me. I like quick.
Idiot.
There's dodging in Dark Souls, but you roll like you're fucking sumo wrestler.
If you're wearing the wrong
That's the way you
armor,
feel. Just stop. No, he doesn't know. We move
I know
on.
he doesn't know.
Oh my God.
I know that's a fucking thing. I
No,
get
you
it.
don't.
Okay, wait. Can we have a drunk Tony stream of him trying to fight ONS?
I don't
Rob,
know
can
who
we
that is.
set that up?
I mean, we can.
I don't know
but
who ONS
It's
is.
just going to be him dying repeatedly. Like,
Yeah.
I want to see it though. Like he'd be so mad in an
I'll
hour.
commit to this for him. Yes, he'll do it.
We
I
just
guess
started
I'm
New
gonna-
Game Plus. Do you have a New Game Plus available? We just New Game Plus
No.
with all the shit and just let him go in with any mishmash of shit he wants. I can set up probably a modded game for
Yeah,
him.
just
we'll
wipe
talk.
it.
We'll talk. Yeah, we'll
wipe
talk.
it and let him pick his own things. Because
Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyways, we'll move on.
Oh, we're moving on. Okay, we're moving on. So I guess we're kind of here at the end of the final award, the final thing.
Oh.
We are at the Game of the Year, people. So yeah, this is our choice, our personal choices for Game of the Year. Should I start us out?
Do you want to start or do you want to close it?
Yeah, I feel like you should.
I'm
should
real
close
interested in your topic.
I want.
Yep.
I have.
I'll go with the obvious choice.
Okay.
God of Boy. God of Boy is hands down game of the year for me. Yeah.
Boy,
I don't know what the fuck to say about it. I don't like if you haven't played it, I'm not going to spoil anything for you.
Go play it.
Did you
Stop fucking watching the stream. Go play it.
It's the perfect way to
fetch me my award, boy?
It's the perfect way to do a reboot because it doesn't completely reset the franchise. It just takes characters that you know and love, and it adds a different spin, not only on the narrative elements, but on the combat and how you play the game. And it's
and if you need selling on it and you think the whole thing's an escort mission, it's not.
No. Yeah, you don't have to worry about Atreus. Yeah.
Hold on, there's a mosquito in my room.
There's a mosquito. Get him off. Get him off. Okay. Well, Robert talked about his, so he's gonna go kill that mosquito.
Yeah.
I'll go.
Go ahead, Jordan.
No, God of War's fantastic. I'm seeing something in chat, and unfortunately, it didn't make the list, but I will agree. Detroit Become Human definitely gets an honorable mention. Holy fucking shit! I played the fuck out of Heavy Rain. Definitely not for the nudie scenes.
Slightly for the nudie scenes.
Detroit Become Human. I have never felt more attached to characters in my entire life.
Yeah, Connor for life.
I was screaming.
Yeah.
I was screaming out "My Baby Alice" so many times. Oh my God. I'm just going to say I cried way too many times. I didn't stream it. I should have. Oh my God. It is a fantastic game. I am still playing the fuck out of it. It definitely gets an honorable mention. It gets an honorable mention. It is a phenomenal game. And absolutely. It did not get enough credit where it was due because it was perfect. It was an evolution of that gaming genre.
No, I didn't. I said it was one of his better ones. Listen, I shit on David Cage. I don't shit on Detroit. He did a good job with Detroit. It just David Cage shits the bed on endings like all the goddamn time, and he actually did a good job with this one.
Yeah, Detroit. The problem is you can't watch people play Detroit Become Human because you will get pissed off with their choices.
Yeah,
you need to play it yourself. Don't watch a playthrough. Don't watch a streamer. Play it yourself because you will never be satisfied with how they do it. Because trust me, you can do what they do better or differently or your way.
I don't have the PS4. Well, and then watch streamers, I guess.
I don't know how to fucking help you. Anyways, it's amazing. So it definitely gets an honorary mention. Anyways, Rob, as you were saying about God of War,
go play it. That was the end.
Yeah,
it's fucking amazing. The story is perfect. The gameplay is perfect. The visuals are fucking perfect.
Yep.
I forget his name, and I'm kicking myself for forgetting it. But the designer, who
Cory Barlog.
Yes, he fucking deserves everything that's coming to him.
Oh, he's one of those wonderful human beings on Earth.
Yep.
I got to meet him at E3 this year, and
I mean that's awesome.
And my favorite thing was telling him how I didn't get a chance to finish God of War because the game came out about 7 days before my second kid was born. And when I told,
I thought you were going to say before the event.
Put the kid back. Put the kid back. You had a game to play.
Well, and his response initially was, "You made the right choice." Also, I think he told me to go fuck myself, pretty much. But we had a lengthy conversation about the game where he kept saying my favorite part in the game, his favorite part, and he's like, "Oh wait, you didn't get there because you had a kid instead." And I loved him so much for it. It was
Can we bring him on for a show where he's just shitting on Josh the whole time? Because I'm in. Can we have that show?
I've honestly been trying to get Cory Barlog on, not to talk God of War, but he's apparently a huge Babylon 5, so he's just not a fan. I just want to talk about those shows with him.
No, fuck that. We need a roasting of Josh.
No, he's a Stargate fan now.
Yeah, right?
If we have a roasting of Josh show, there are too many people interested in coming on that show.
301th episode is the grand roasting of Josh.
I'm in.
300. What episode are we on?
This is 287.
This will allow us to get all the guests humanly possible that want to shit on Josh.
I'm totally in for that.
Is there going to be alcohol?
Yeah, of course there can be alcohol.
It's going to be a stage event. We'll need to get a space and a professional camera crew. We'll talk about this. This is going to be a good one. I want to plan this one.
Oh, this sounds good. I'm really interested in a little turned on and terrified all at the same time, which sounds like
Scaroused is the term for that.
Scaroused.
Yeah.
I spent most of my
aroused.
You had a scared boner. It happens. Rocky talks about it.
I'm a New York Jew. I'm always scaroused. Okay, so moving on from God of War, let's go with Tony.
Spooderman.
Spooderman.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Yep. Solid choice.
Yeah,
that's up there too. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's since we started doing like YouTube and Twitch and all that stuff, I don't get a lot of opportunities to play video games like on my own time, like personally. So I have to be very, very like selective of the games that I want to play and ultimately beat. And Spider-Man was one of those that I decided to sit through and play. And I started on stream, and honestly, I stopped playing it on stream because I was not a good streamer. Like I would just completely fucking disregard chat. Like I was just like, the game just completely got me. And
you're like, oh,
I was like, there's people watching me playing this. So I was just like, I can't play this on stream anymore. So it was one of the games I decided, okay, this is going to be one of the games I play, like not for streaming, not for YouTube, whatever. This is a game I'm going to enjoy. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was, from Josh talking about like just web swinging through the city, like they did it perfectly. It was the best It was the best web swinging since Spider-Man 2. They nailed it. They nailed the feel. They nailed the characters. The voice acting was amazing. Yuri did an amazing job as Peter Parker.
My biggest complaint about that game is that they made everyone in it uglier than they should have been, and I don't understand.
Spider-Man's the every guy Superman. Yeah, but they're not models.
They made the game approachable.
Yeah.
I feel like they made the game approachable. I love what they did with Mary Jane. I'm glad she was uggo as shit. Like that was my favorite part.
I don't think she was uggo. I thought she was beautiful.
I loved Butterface Mary Jane. I loved it. It made me so happy. Spider-Man didn't look great either. I love that they were approachable and accessible as these comic book pantheons. So I disagree fucking entirely.
When Aunt May is the hottest thing in there, you have a problem.
No, but Tony, the way you said that, I could not stream the game because I wanted to enjoy every moment of it.
Same.
I felt like I didn't want anyone to interrupt my immersion, and I was so into that game.
Oh, I did hate MJ. I hated when they made you play as the other characters.
Yeah, those
I hated when they made you play as MJ.
Spoilers.
My highlight was playing as other characters. I'm just gonna say
it tells you that in the description of the game. It's like on the back of the box. Play as Mary Jane and
we just can't get to. There you go.
No, my highlight was that, but what I'm just gonna say is the reason I'm glad I didn't stream the game, because when I finished that game around 3:00 in the morning, I have never cried harder playing a game.
Oh my god!
That fucking.
I'm not gonna
stop. No.
Pause.
We're not spoiling.
We're not
spoiling.
I'm just gonna say that the ending fucking destroyed me as a human being.
Yeah, no, it's an emotionally destructive fucking thing. It's it even in a year with Into the Spider-Verse, it was the best Spider-Man story.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. Literally, it would have been my game of the year in any other year. But the fact of the matter is, the game is great. The traversal is phenomenal. The story is phenomenal. The combat is enjoyable, if a bit repetitive. And the thing is, if a bit repetitive is all that knocks this game down for me. Like, in a year without God of War, in a year without so many of these other games, it would have been a shoo-in.
And the repetitiveness, any repetitiveness
it's just the Sable bases.
I'm stuck on 100%, and the repetitiveness is fucking real right now.
But honestly, dude, I
it was my first platinum trophy, by the way.
Yeah,
it was my very first, my one and only platinum trophy.
Right, and I
didn't do any of the random crimes.
Oh, you're gonna have fun.
So that's what I'm doing. That's all I have left.
Oof,
so it's
okay. I'm no Greg Miller. I don't platinum the shit out of every game that I play, but that game I absolutely platinumed, and it was totally worth it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It was a very good, very enjoyable game. All right, Jordan.
Okay, I've got a popular opinion, and then I have to just make a comment on something.
I don't know what that is.
Well, he's gonna fucking explain it. Let him talk.
Yeah.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, for me as a Smash Bros. Fan growing up, was exactly what they needed, perfectly timed. It is every referenceable material humanly possible, even if you're not a fan of the Smash Bros. Series. Seeing so many homages and references and nods and so much actually obtainable collectible garbage and gobbledygook, and even if that's not for you, just beating the shit out of your friends with characters that were iconic to you growing up or have become important to you now, I think is pretty fun and entertaining. Go, what do you want?
Did you pronounce the H in homage?
He did. I heard it.
I did. I'm sorry.
It was homage.
Sorry. Anyways, Smash
it's when you're doing a tribute to a pimp. It's called a homage.
No. Sorry about that. Tony, that's a homage.
That's a magical prostitute.
Shut up. Anyways, I thought it was great. I love it. The network is none to be desired, but it's a Smash game. They did right. If they don't put Waluigi in it, it will become my biggest blunder of 2019. If Sakurai's last DLC character is not, here's Waluigi, you sniveling bitches, I'm going to be really upset. I think everybody else will.
With the fact that they have Joker from Persona coming in with the first one, the fact of the matter is we're going to get Sora from Kingdom Hearts, and it's going to end with Waluigi. I have no doubts about that. Yep. In my mind, see
Sora.
It's so
they've got Cloud. It's not hard to do Sora.
No, like seriously, they've already got the Square Screens thing. We've already unlocked the floodgates. That's happening. We're gonna get. We're also gonna get a Fortnite character because we're literally with the changing your characters, you could just go through a bunch of the different skins. It's happening. Those are my sure. I just don't know what the fourth one is. Wow, we just got. Okay, Jordan's back.
I broke Discord by hitting the disappointment camera. It literally restarted Discord. I was that mad.
That's absolutely fucking amazing. For me, I'm going to say Smash Brothers. I have not played a Smash game since Melee, back when I went to the University of Advancing Tech.
Me too.
I played that like in their lobby. I've not played one since, and I think I have like 30 plus hours in Ultimate, and I'm not good at it at all. And I love it.
It's so much fun, though. I love being bad at it. It's so much fun.
It's a joy of a game.
Victor Belmont for the win.
I'm still learning
Pimp Chain.
I'm learning how to play them right now. They're what I'm focusing on. I'm learning the fundamentals of how to play as them.
What do the boys want to talk about Smash?
I haven't played it. I don't own it yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't actually.
He has nothing to say either because he also doesn't.
I haven't actually played it yet. So I just fucking love Victor Belmont. And when I do get my hands on it, I will absolutely be playing the Belmonts.
Yeah, Roy is who I was.
The Belmont.
Yeah,
the Belmont.
Which we will absolutely be playing eventually. Again, the holidays have just been fucking crazy. Yeah. But I work retail, guys.
Cool. I have an unpopular opinion.
All right, let's hear it.
My very, this is not a popular opinion, and I fucking hate that it's coming out of my mouth. But the way that Fortnite sells itself on social media and marketing, I agree, fucking 100%. I'm sorry. The way Fortnite sells itself on marketing and social media makes it the best game ever to exist for the amount of time and effort they take listening to their community, changing things shit up, and trying to make a very boring, repetitive playing type game not stagnant. However, Fortnite is cancer, it's garbage, and I hate it at a core. I love it on paper. Holy shit. The way they run their social media, the way they're constantly changing shit, the way that they're not afraid of the memes. They're really trying to sink into that kid market.
You steer into the memes.
Well,
right? Yeah, it's fantastic in that. But the game itself is trash, and I hate it, and I hate that they gave up their original game.
Well, here's the thing. If we did an award for like developer/publisher of the year, it would be Epic. Because the simple fact of the matter is the way they chime into things, the way they build off of these major moments, the way they get these licensing deals, what they do with stuff. I think I read something today that Epic for Fortnite, I think it was like $3 or $4 billion profit. That's not sales, that's profit. And that's
I don't like that it killed their MOBA.
It killed everything they were doing. It literally killed off everything.
No, they're doing Gears 5.
Gears 5 because that's their other franchise.
Fortnite. Listen, Fortnite isn't just a game.
Paragon,
anymore.
yes.
Like, yeah,
they sold their assets to Paragon. It makes me so fucking sad.
Yeah. Fortnite's not just a game anymore. It's a fucking phenomenon, and it's like it's. I feel like what everybody feels, even you, Cut right at this point, even just your introduction to this topic, just prove that you kind of feel the same way that kind of every other gamer feels. It's where it's that same idea of just like. Gaming is getting more popular, which is both a good and a bad thing. You know, it's just like, hey, everybody's playing video games now, and then it's also just like, oh yeah, everyone's playing video games now. You know, like
it's just, I agree with
that.
you.
You have to floss afterwards.
I agree with you entirely. Fortnite has changed the way the world works. Oh God, sorry. We're going to go down a slight rabbit hole because it's been a topic I've discussed a little bit. For example, in
I just
streaming,
noticed you're wearing a God of War's like hoodie. That's awesome.
Let's not get to that yet.
Anyways, what was I going to say? Fucking Fortnite has changed the way pop culture works. It's changed the way that most gaming works. It's changed the way that most celebrities in gaming works. Like, look at Ninja. Look at anyone playing that game. It's big. Everyone's streaming it. It's garbage, and I hate it for what the community has done to it.
But it's amazing.
But it's amazing in the concept of what people have turned it into. I will not play it again. However, I did a BR streaming week, and I played PUBG, I played Row, and I played Fortnite. Row, hands down, Rings of Elysium is the best free-to-play battle royale on the market. It's fantastic. Download it. It's free. It's great.
We were playing it when it was like on the Korean thing before.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I loved it. I love the changes they made. It's fantastic. I had more fun playing Fortnite than PUBG, hands down, and I loved PUBG.
Mm-hmm.
But when I played Fortnite, it was stupid fun. I turned my brain off and enjoyed it. So
it's a great, stupid fun game. There's no question about it. Like, let's put it this way: my wife.
I just hate the community. God, I hate the community.
The community, whatever.
The community is like half the goddamn population of the world, man. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You're just saying you just hate mass like society, which I think pretty much everyone can agree with.
I hate kids. Apparently, I hate kids. Apparently,
no kids.
Anyway, you know what?
My wife wants to play Fortnite.
26, man. You're talking to the right person.
Oversharing.
Like,
You're oversharing.
What? Oh, sorry.
My wife wants to fucking play Fortnite, and that should just tell you, like she. That's not her style.
It's dead at that point.
But you know,
you
wants
need to leave her, Josh.
Now she wants to play.
Now's the time. Take your kids and get out.
Now we're gonna play duos on Switch. Let's just go.
I'm done. Good night. I think we're good.
All right, let me
get a game of the year.
I'll wrap up. I'll wrap up game of the year. So
Josh with a healthy relationship.
Relationship. Just trying to find games to play. Come on, trying to find joy with my life and trying to find stuff to play with.
Do you want a list? Do you want a list of games to play?
Yeah, I mean, not really. No, I'm good.
He's got a list, dude.
Not
2018 was crazy. He's got a list.
I've got a fucking list. I can't stop buying games. As Tony and I discussed last night.
You're going to give him a fucking confusing list. You're like, okay, this game was really, really good, but I hate it and it's cancer.
Yeah.
Now time for the most obscure game on the list.
I don't think it's the most obscure name. No, because as Rob mentioned, you could see right here, I'm wearing a God of War hoodie. So, of course, you know, it seems obvious that my choice of game of the year is The Messenger. No, it's so I'm going to go with The Messenger. So I love God of War, but as I said, I can't give it to my game of the year. I didn't finish it. I believe God of War is probably my favorite game of all fucking time, but I didn't finish it. And that's just what it boils down to. But here's the thing, Messenger fucking...
That's really what steals it from you?
No, here's the thing. The Messenger deserves a Game of the Year nod. I stand by this wholeheartedly. The Messenger is a phenomenal fucking game. The story of The Messenger is simple. We talked about... Justin and I gave this a lengthy-ass review on the Catch-All Gaming Podcast a while back, but The Messenger is a game that's on PC and it's on Switch. I played it on Switch. I got the chance to watch Justin demo it at E3, and what I loved about the demo of it is they made a fucking demo for E3 that makes fun of people playing the demo. You can't find that fucking demo anywhere, but it's literally a point says, you know what, this is a demo, so we're just going to unlock everything to you, even though it canonically doesn't make any fucking sense. And then the player character is like, wait, what are you talking about? Like stuff like that. But what's great about
because it's Adult Swim, right?
No, it's not Adult Swim.
No.
That's not the Adult Swim
one?
Nope.
I can't remember the studio that developed it.
It's made by Sabotage Studio or Sabotage Games. I can't remember the exact name of them. But just to be fair, they are PR-wise represented by Pop Agenda, run by Jean-Vive Saint-Ange Miller, who is a friend of ours. Who I'm friends with.
I fucking knew it.
No, but I'm friends with, so take that with a grain of salt if you wish. But no, seriously, I'm not a Shinobi player. I'm not a platform player. I'm not any of these fucking kind of games player. None of this is my thing at all. DJ Mail was mentioning Twitch Prime is giving away The Messenger. That is right. Because it's associated with Devolver Digital. But I am not a Shinobi player. I'm not any of those kind of games. This game infatuated me so quickly. The music, the gameplay, everything about it. I 100%ed the game. I did everything you could possibly do in the game, and I started a New Game Plus immediately afterwards, the moment. I would love to be the marketing director for that fucking game. Are you kidding me, Unreal? No, I love the shit out of this game. It is it is a blast. It is an amazing... If you like Shovel Knight, this is just a more Shinobi-styled Shovel Knight, but in the
best... Is it Shinobi or is it more Ninja Gaiden?
Everyone's saying more Shinobi, but I think it's more Ninja Gaiden.
It feels more old school Ninja Gaiden to me.
That's what everyone's saying Shinobi, but I personally felt more Ninja Gaiden. So take it for what you will. But like the fact that how it switches between 8-bit and 16-bit, how the fact that the music gets muffled when you go into water, and the fact that like the music changes drastically, and how different aspects happen, the comedy of it, the storytelling of it, the fact that it has sad scenes, it really is a beautiful, wonderful game. And as a father of two, the story can be completed in 10 hours, which is just great.
It's very meta too. Like you were talking about the demo. The demo isn't the only thing that is very meta like that. The entire game is very meta.
It's meta heavy.
Yeah, and they do it in a very clever way.
The stories you can ask you work with this person who sells you stuff, and when you can ask them to tell you stories, and the stories they tell you are wonderful.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just think of all the indie titles you could have picked.
Sure.
Dead Cells.
Celeste.
Where Celeste is on the fucking list.
Yeah.
You go with The Messenger?
Yeah.
Hey, man, I can't hate on him. I would probably agree. I played Celeste.
Dead Cells.
A little bit of
Dead
Celeste.
Cells.
Dead Cells is really
I'm
fun.
sorry. There were so many indie options. We should have had 2 sections.
We should have a best indie game. We really should have had a best indie game.
You need to add that for next year.
You got to come back. Yeah, invite us back over on the 8th annual one of these things, and we're doing best indie game as a new category.
I'm burning because like I loved Celeste and Dead Cells so fucking much, and it's like The Messenger.
Yeah, it was good.
Sorry.
Man. I'm not going to hate on The Messenger. I played it. It was fantastic.
Telling it right
You know
now, my indie game for next year is going to be the Untitled Goose Game.
Untitled Goose.
Have I ever read? No, here my notes for the Untitled Goose Game. I can't get my journal on top, but my notes from playing that at PAX West is I just wrote the word honk like 47 times in a row because there's nothing else you need to know about that game. It's delightful, and it probably will be on near the top of my indie list.
Josh, I don't disagree with you. I think next year we need a separation between markets.
Hey, you know what? I'm totally open for that. There was a time when we tried the actual goal for this show was to keep it under a certain amount of time. We've moved on.
You mean the 2 hours and 15 minutes we've now hit?
Yeah, no, we're at 2 hours 12 minutes for the actual recording.
Oh, what was the goal?
The goal for this show in the olden times was 90 minutes. We've never done this show we've never done the show
90 minutes.
We have never done this particular one in under 3 hours.
Number 1 game of the year is Twitch just chatting. Stop it. Go away. Just stop.
Fuck off.
Fuck off with that. We all know it's about ASMR.
No, ASMR is where everything's at.
Unfollow Cutright right now.
No, don't. I love you. I'm sorry.
Oh, geez.
Anyway. Josh, thank you. No, Messenger's a good choice. Next year I think we need some separation.
No, I don't think you're wrong in that. But that being said, you're still allowed to put indie games in your game of the year if that is your choice. Abso-fucking-lutely. If an indie game stands out, it certainly deserves to be.
No.
There's a hard part in there. You really don't want to do that.
Excuse me. Please rub the mic again. Grinny was getting off on your.
Okay, hold on.
This is.
That doesn't even sound good.
No, it really doesn't.
It doesn't. It sounds terrible. I don't know what's
wrong. Is that
wrong.
just metal or is it the mesh?
This is. Oh, it's the metal. I don't have a pop filter.
Yeah, you got to do it with a cloth.
Yeah, with a pop filter. Yeah, Jordan, he sucks at ASMR. Yep. Anyways, okay.
I don't even know what camera we're on
tap.
anymore. I've lost all ability to keep track of this shit.
Okay, I guess the last
we should stop
for this. It's just going to be ASMR stream.
I'm done. I'm good. Okay, Josh, take it away.
All right. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the 7th annual Calibrating awards Fuck, what the hell is the name of this shit show?
We were reviewing semis.
We're reviewing semis, yes.
Yeah.
As I said at the beginning of the show, I've had a semi all show. It's great.
How did we not talk about Truck Simulator?
Yeah, right? Oh, man.
Right? It's amazing.
Because we're drunk, man. We can't do that.
I don't do the Truck Simulator.
We're safe.
Sen, I know what the name of it is. I'm just an asshole about even my own products. But that being said, thank you for joining us for this thing. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I realized link your channels on Twitch. Wait, go.
Oh, I thought we were going to.
I want to avoid them.
I want to avoid them.
No, so hope you guys enjoyed this show. This will be the quickest edit I ever do because this is supposed to go out tomorrow. So I will literally just staying up editing this monstrosity of a thing. That being said, thank you all for joining. Let's see. So thank you for joining this week. This show is live as we get guests right here on mixer.com/ConCalPod. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/ConstantCalibrating, Twitter at ConCalPod. I'm at Bear Punch. Jordan's at _Cutrate. Tony is at _Tony Pizza 333, and Rob is at Bites and Robs. There's a Y in Bites and a Z for Robs.
Because I'm edgy.
You can also find them to combine together at Bites and Brews. You can check our Instagram at instagram.com/ConstantCalibrating, but most importantly, check out our Discord at ConstantCalibrating.com/Discord to get the most up-to-date info on everything related to constantly calibrating, including bonus entries for contests and ability to further influence content. I'm giving out web rounds, and I'm giving out a stream deck, and according to Jordan, I'm giving out a 1060 because it's sitting over here and I don't know what to do with it. So we're going to be doing a lot.
You are all fucking welcome.
There's a lot of that stuff going. No, I will not breathe, Grinny. How fucking dare you? Jordan, shout out anything you want to, and then after that, Tony, Rob, shout out anything you want to before I continue the outro.
Cool. My name is Jordan, or I go by Cutright. I linked my social media on Twitter. Go ahead and check out all my links. It's the website on my Twitter. Go ahead and check me out if you like what you see. Most importantly, I want the Bites and Brews boys to talk because, frankly, I love their shit. Is there someone dying?
There is a death going on.
Oh my God. What? Did we just capture a murder on our podcast? Which stream?
What was that?
All right. That's our cue.
Speaking of murder.
Right. Watch us murder YouTube and Twitch. Cutright, are you done? I didn't want to cut you off, man. You good? Oh, did you mute yourself because the murder's happening by you? Mm-hmm. Okay, everybody, while we're outroing our shit, keep an eye on Cutright's video, because if he dies, we need witnesses.
Be ready with that clip button. Yeah. Is there a clip on Mixer?
Yeah.
Only if I'm a partner, which I'm not.
Oh, damn. Okay, sorry, we can't get any proof.
You're on your own, Jordan.
Cutright.
You'll be missed.
Just get the Nerf gun. Get the Nerf gun.
Oh, those pants.
Look at those pants. Like I'm actually gonna go to his camera right now because look at those pants.
Put him on full screen.
Look at that. Look at the sexy cheeks going on there.
Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, I guess we should do it.
I'm back.
Okay.
I shut my window.
Right.
Cats
okay.
were fighting.
Okay, good. Is that person done being murdered?
Cats were fighting.
Cats were fighting. Got it. Okay. So I'm Tony. This is Rob. Where you do Bites and Brews. You can find us on Twitch and YouTube. That's how you spell it in the chat. Just our name and the thing I typed, which is super redundant, I know, but fuck it. So we're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, blah 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 blah. We do a weekly nerd news recap on YouTube. We also just stream games on Twitch. He's doing Destiny. I'm doing Hitman Season 2 right now. And another thing that we do is Almost Heroic, which is a 5th edition D&D podcast that you can get anywhere where podcasts are available: iTunes, Google Play, Spotify. If you like things like Adventure Zone, where it's more like comedically based D&D actual play podcasts, then that's kind of where we get our inspiration from. We just got a new mic setup, or multiple mics set up, so bear with us for the first season and a half because the audio quality is not great, but it gets there. So stick around. The jokes are good.
We're recording 6 people on this one singular Yeti.
One mic.
I've done that.
But we actually have an actual professional mic set up now, so it sounds really good. And the narrative and the humor is still there. So I hope you enjoy all that. Also, I'm the chief videographer, and he's quality assurance for the Geek Life,
which is a fancy way of saying I'm a professional asshole for D'Angelo,
right? Because
he doesn't have a spine.
And that is spelled like that. The Geek LYFE. So check out thegeeklife.com. It's essentially just a amalgamation of nerd everything, cosplay, like gaming. Amalgamation. It's a good one. Dungeons and Dragons. They do all sorts of stuff. And timeout. What are we timing out?
Josh, can you handle that?
Yeah, normally I don't shout that to the end of the stream, but this has already been a shit show. DJB Metal just donated $20. Merry Xmas, ho ho ho.
Shit. Hey, yeah.
Thanks, man. Dude, that was awesome.
Thank you, DJ. You are a wonderful human being. I would kiss you.
DJ.
That's awesome. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Yeah, seriously, that's awesome.
That's one way to shut Tony up.
Sorry, Tony. No, continue. Tony, continue.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Thank you for stopping for that, because that needs to be shouted out. Any way that you can, respect and donate. What's the word I'm looking for? Support. There we go. Any way you can support your professional, local community, please do DJB Metal a shout out
seriously,
because
awesome.
that was amazing. Yeah, DGB won medal. Sorry, but yeah, thank you, sir. Anyways, yeah, that's it. That's all we do, right? Geek Life, Almost Heroic, and Bites and Brews. That's it.
That's all.
They're awesome guys. Like it took forever for me to actually meet them locally, and like to get them
Took too long.
follow me. Like I was like working on them to follow me after a long period of time. So they're great. It's actually a very funny symbiotic relationship. Josh waited a long time till he met and actually followed me IRL, and then me waiting to meet the Bites and Brews guys IRL. So they're great guys. Go check them out.
We're all right.
So Tony, Rob, and I are in a group called Gamer Geeks. So we've been in for a while, and they started posting a bunch of different videos, and I kept looking and being like, "Huh, these guys seem like they're better than me. I'm not going to talk to them." That was literally my response. They seem like they do shit better than me, and then I watched their content and realized that was a fact. But then I had them on a show earlier this year, and I'd already liked them before that, but I really liked them. And also, Almost Heroic is one of my favorite podcasts I listen to. I shouted it out last night as well, and I stand by that. Yep. And for anyone curious, as most people know, I co-hosted Kind of Funny Games Daily. When Greg Miller asked me if there's anyone I know who I want to see co-host, I said Jordan Cutright and then Tony Robb of Bites and Brews. If you have them on, I'd blow you. And I said that directly said that to the man. And
verbal contract is binding in the state of California.
Yeah, and he said, please don't. But that I stand by that. Like in all seriousness, they are three people right here that I desperately want to see work with Greg Miller and work with stuff like that, and I stand by that.
Yeah.
So if you are not already following all these lovely gentlemen, even though they are on Twitch and I'm on Mixer, please go do that.
Oh, hold on. I'm real. I'm hosting 24K Brown Magic. He's a local musician and a partner streamer out here. AJ's amazing. He's also playing with Rampage Jackson right now.
Yeah.
What? That's awesome.
So even though I'm hosting somebody playing R6, the dude's hosting Rampage. So
well, that's freaking awesome.
I can't fucking hate on it. I think it's cool as shit.
Yep, that's pretty awesome.
Sorry.
Don't go watch that for another 10 minutes, please.
Yeah.
Wait at least a few more minutes. Let me get back to the outro, which I minimized by accident. So please go follow everyone here. Okay. And also, don't forget to go to ConCalCalibrating.com. That's pretty important, too. I'm going to be writing up a bunch of stuff because a little more expanded thoughts on some of my game of year gaming experiences and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to be writing a bunch of different stuff up to discuss game stuff, and then Blake will be writing stuff. We're all going to be writing some different things. I swear, if Unreal asks you one more time, Cutright, if you stream games, I'm going to laugh. So go to ConCalCalibrating.com. Make sure you go check out that site. And also, please make sure to leave us a review wherever you are able to. If it does really help get the podcast in front of more listeners, iTunes and Spotify do help them. Seriously, leave reviews. It helps get people to discover stuff. You would not believe how much it legitimately, and all of us podcast people here know, who are headbanging right now. It is seriously the case of things. And with that, we bid you all a good sign off.